Good evening, everyone, and welcome. FirstEnergy Stadium, the site of more baseball for you here in Baseball Town. The Reading Fightin Phils playing host to the Hartford Yard Goats. This is Game 5 of this 6-game stand between the Phils and the Goats. Right now, that series is split 2 games apiece as they have alternated wins so far. Reading win the series opener on Tuesday. Hartford came back to tie it 1 apiece on Wednesday. Phils came back to win it on Thursday night, and then last night, Hartford with the come-from-behind win in the top half of the 9th inning to cinch the victory and even the series at 2 games apiece. So Hartford now is at 26-34, and the Fightin Phils are now at 23-37. We foreclose our usual spot of our pregame show on the Plaza, on Tompkins Plaza when it opened up today. We did so because of to make way for the Penn State football players signing autographs in presence tonight. Nick Singleton, Joey Schlaffer, and Javen Williams, 3 former Berks County standouts who will be part of the Penn State Indy Live football program coming up in the fall. And obviously they were here today. A little late to get here, but they got here and they were lined up to get the autographs, so we had to move our way out and just doing it from the booth tonight. Jake Starr will be along a little bit later on. My name is Bob McCool. And so you're set for the matchup. Again, it is the Hartford Yard Goats, the AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies, taking on the Fightin Phils. And they are separated by 3 games in the standings with 2 games left in this series. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more of our pregame show, talk to you about a big roster move that the Fightin Phils and the Philadelphia Phillies organization made that affects the Fightin Phils, and set you up for our lineups and first pitch as well. Hartford and Reading. Our pregame show begins. It comes back with a little bit more after this.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksorus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Phils Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph's 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. Again, the Reading Fightin Phils and the Hartford Yard Goats squaring off against one another in tonight's matchup. The pitching matchup will be left-handed pitcher David Parkinson on the mound for the Fightins. He's at 1-2 on the season. Nick Garcia gets the ball for the Yard Goats. He is 0-6 on the season. The irony of this is that both these 2 pitchers have faced their opponent tonight a couple of times. This is actually the 3rd start for David Parkinson against Hartford. This is his 9th start overall. And for Nick Garcia, this is Parkinson's 4th start against Hartford and the 3rd for Garcia against the Fightin Phils. Again, this is the 3rd series between these 2 teams, and with 1 more to come before the season is finished. I mentioned before we went to break that there was a roster move today made by the Philadelphia Phillies organization that does affect the Reading Fightin Phils, and that is in addition to the Phillies roster in Jalen Ortiz. He may be somewhat of a familiar name to Reading Fightin Phils fans. He was a member of the Fightins a year ago, actually played a little bit here in 2021 as well. He is regarded as one of the top prospects in the Phillies organization, but he has kind of struggled a bit of late, and the Phils actually released him back in April. On April the 8th, he cleared waivers and was outrighted to the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. Played 32 games for the Iron Pigs, hit .269 with 5 home runs and 11 RBIs, but predominantly as an outfielder. He played 1 game at first base, but that's why he's here in Reading, and that's to play first base. So Jalen Ortiz is in the lineup tonight. He's batting cleanup, and he will play first base for the Fightins. And again, he was here last year, played 119 games in Reading a year ago, and showed pop. That's what he is known for, the power in the bat. He hit just .237, however, 17 home runs and 61 RBIs, but the strikeouts were high. He struck out 165 times in 448 at-bats. He really blew onto the scene in a big way in 2021 playing for Jersey Shore. He was signed by the Phillies organization back in 2015 from the Dominican Republic as an international free agent, and he got a lot of money when he signed. He was signed with a $4 million bonus, as the Phils believed that there was potential in the bat and pop for sure in the bat, and he showed that in Jersey Shore in 2021. 74 games for the Blue Claws. He hit 19 home runs and hit .262, and then was promoted here to Reading and finished up the last 21 games playing for the Fightins and hit 4 more home runs. So 23 home runs in the 2021 season, and so the Phils believed that he certainly had a lot more power potential, brought him back for a full season last year in Reading. And again, 17 home runs, but the strikeouts were too high, and the batting average at just .237. But the Phils thought enough of him at least to start the season at Lehigh Valley, and he was not playing every day in Lehigh Valley. And again, he has been an outfielder throughout his time in the Phillies organization, and a corner outfielder at that. He's a big dude, 6'3" and 215 is what they list him at on the roster. He's a lot bigger than 215 pounds. Trust me, watching him out here taking batting practice and taking some infield practice at first base today. He's a big dude, and obviously they're hoping to bring some pop into the bat and pop into the lineup here in Reading, as he will play first base for the Fightins in tonight's game, and probably pretty much every day if the plan is in action. But he was not playing every day in the Lehigh Valley, and obviously there's a logjam in the outfield in the Lehigh Valley. Simone Muzziotti playing every day and playing very well. Jake Cave, who's been up and down with the Phillies organization between Lehigh Valley and Reading, and he has played very well in his time at Lehigh Valley. Dalton Guthrie has been up and down between Philadelphia and Lehigh Valley, and when he's there, they're going to want him with Lehigh Valley, which he is now back. You want him to play every day. They had Christian Pache, who's now active and back with the Philadelphia Phillies. He was there playing in Lehigh Valley as well on a rehab assignment. So there's been a logjam of outfielders, and so they wanted Jalen Ortiz to maybe see some time at first base and see what that ultimately opens up for him within the organization. And so he'll be in the lineup tonight playing first base for the Fightin' Phils and probably for the foreseeable future. So the Fightins will log him in there at the cleanup spot and see how he produces for him, and what can hurt with another big bat in the middle of the lineup. This lineup continues to produce on a nightly basis, so we'll see how that ultimately impacts the Fightin' Phils. So that's the roster move that affects the Phillies, and to counter that move, McCarthy Tatum, who's been with the Phils throughout the season, was released today by the Phillies organization. So that's the roster move as it pertains to the Reading Fightin' Phils. Again, they'll take on the Hartford Yard Goats. We'll take a timeout, back with more of our pregame show right after this on the Reading Fightin' Phils Radio Network.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information. White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils Fan Road Trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The The White Star Art Phil's road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Art Phil's in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Art Phil's player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Phightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Art Phil's fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
Welcome back to FirstEnergy Stadium. Again, the Reading Fight Phil's pregame show as the Phils and the Hartford Yard Goats are about to square off. First pitch is coming your way in about 5 minutes, and I'm now joined in the booth by my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, who was frantically running around talking to some of his Penn State brethren down on the field. You get a chance to talk with Nick Singleton as Joey Schlaffer, Javen Williams all out there to throw out the first pitch. And good crowd on hand to hear and see the boys from Berks County doing Penn State proud.
Yeah, it feels like a Penn State football game in the fall right now. That's what I asked our music guy tonight. I want tonight to feel like I'm at Beaver Stadium in the fall. But I had a chance to talk to Schlaffer, Williams, and Nick Singleton, of course. We'll have a feature interview with Nick Singleton coming out early next week from just pregame right now. And all three super cool guys, super down to earth. Excited to have them here. And like you say, like three guys who can represent Berks County and make the people here proud. So it's cool to get a chance to honor some guys who have gone on to play at the collegiate level.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good kids and hard-working kids, and that's why they'll be successful not only playing Penn State football, but whatever comes their way moving forward. All three of them are bound to be successful, and that's one of the reasons why they have been as successful as they were at the high school level. And obviously Nick Singleton has already proven it on the collegiate football stage as well. All you can wish for now is good health and good fortune for all of them, and hopefully they'll do well in the fall. And the Fightin' Phil's looking to get the edge back in this series. It's been a back-and-forth series. It's been a little bit of everything in this series. The Phils had the easy one on Tuesday night with the 4-2 game, then the frustrating game and the extra inning loss on Wednesday night. They came back and they played solid baseball on Thursday, got the 8-3 win, and they were looking like they were in a good position to maybe get a win again last night, but unfortunately it didn't happen as the Yard Goats were able to get to the bullpen. And again, part of the story last night was Griff McGarry who got the start, and it was not a stellar night for Griff McGarry. Control issues. He walked six guys in the first 2 innings. Didn't give up a whole lot of runs, only the 2 runs, so he was able to fend through all that. But I think lost in all of that, Jake, that might have been the guy who was the pitching star of last night was Adam Leverett, because for a long stretch, he kept him in the game and gave him a chance to win it.
Yeah, and I think that's the key thing you have to remember is that Leverett was really good kind of as a middleman because, it's unfortunate that Griff McGarry had the struggles with his command early. But look, that's not why the Fightin' Phils lost that game last night. Yes, you would have loved that McGarry could have given you 4, 5, 6 innings, but sometimes guys have off nights, and it's about the next guy in line to pick him up, and Adam Leverett did just that.
We'll take a timeout. When we come back, it's game time. Starting lineups and first pitch on the Reading Fightin' Phil's radio network.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the R Phils. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the R Phils.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 R Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
FirstEnergy Stadium, the site, the Hartford Yard Goats, the Reading Fight Phils. The Phils at 23 and 37. Hartford is at 26 and 34. Alongside my broadcast partner, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Time for the Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Yard Goats tonight in Game 5 of this 6-game set. Nico Decolati is leadoff hitter. Hunter Goodman bats second. One of the big keys in last night's victory for Hartford. Grant Levine will bat third. Vladimir Restituyo is in the cleanup spot tonight. 4th different spot he has hit in the lineup for the Yard Goats in this series. Colin Simpson will be the DH for the Goats tonight. He's batting 5th. Batting 6th is Jack Blumgren. Batting 7th is the promising young catcher Drew Romo. Batting in the 8th spot tonight is Christopher Navarro. He's at 3rd tonight, and Brett Boswell will bat 9th and play shortstop, and they will face left-handed pitcher for the Fightins, David Parkinson.
David Parkinson making his 10th appearance of the year for the Fightin Phils. 1-2, a 5.66 ERA, 42 strikeouts, 18 walks, and 48 hits allowed for 41 and a third innings pitched. Opponents are hitting .287 against the southpaw from Henrico, Virginia. Played his college ball down at Ole Miss. But now you look at his last start for Parkinson a week ago tonight against Binghamton. Went 5 excellent innings, came back out for the 6th and struggled. So you got to hope that the lasting memory from that outing for Parkinson is how he pitched in the first 5 innings and how he can repeat that tonight and not how the night finished.
Phil's had to juggle their rotation a little bit. Josh Hendrickson was supposed to start tonight, but he got moved up to Lehigh Valley and actually came out of the bullpen pretty well for the Iron Pigs last night. Gave the Iron Pigs 5 innings, so they moved Parkinson, who was scheduled for Sunday, to Saturday. And Victor Vargas will get the start in the series finale tomorrow. The defense behind Parkinson, Ethan Wilson is in left field, Johan Rojas in center. Carlos De La Cruz is in right field. Jalen Ortiz is at first base. Oliver Dunn at second. Casey Martin at short. Madison Stokes is at third. Max McDowell back behind the plate. David Parkinson's first hit is slapped to the right side. Oliver Dunn ranges far to his left and will make the play at first base for out number 1 on the first pitch.
So we have now played 5 games in this series, and I believe 4 out of the 5 games
that would be correct.
The Yard Goats have swung at and put the first pitch of the game in play.
That would be correct. The only one they did not put the ball in play was last night. Decolati ended up striking out against Griff McGarry, and then the next batter, Hunter Goodman, began the walk situation for McGarry. Goodman, 234 on the season, an Eastern League leading 18 home runs and 56 RBIs as he stands in. Both these pitchers tonight, we'll talk more about Nick Garcia, obviously the Yard Goats starter when the Phils come to plate. He's given up 9 home runs in the season. Parkinson has given up 10. As Hunter Goodman stands in, the first pitch to Goodman is a called strike. Second big swing and no contact. And he's quickly ahead of Hunter Goodman, no balls and 2 strikes. Goodman 2 for 13 in this series. He hasn't done a whole lot of damage in this series against the Phils. He has over the course of the season. But he also has walked 5 times and been hit by a pitch. So he has gotten on base, but only 2 hits. No balls and 2 strikes to him. This one is fouled out of play down the right field line. One of those 2 hits was a solo home run off of Mick Abel in Thursday night's game. That was one of the few blemishes against Abel on Thursday night's game, one of the 2 runs he gave up. Solo home run at the top of the first. So it's no balls and 2 strikes as Parkinson delivers. Curveball, and it's just low, and it's now 1-2. Goodman bats at 234 on the season. 1-2 pitch. Now, and again, the breaking ball, and again, it's in the dirt. So now count gets even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Parkinson trying to bury a couple of off-speed pitches. Goodman laying off. So we'll see if Parkinson tries to go another curve or try to drill on a fastball here.
And he fouls another one off. I have this note that I wanted to use for Hunter Goodman. He played his college baseball at University of Memphis. And in a 3-game series while he was at the University of Memphis, he hit 4 home runs. 3 of them were grand slams. In a 3-game series, he had 4 home runs and 22 RBIs. Taps one this time down the third baseline. Phils will let it roll foul. And Goodman will have to return to first base, still sitting at a 2-2-strike count. That'll jack your stats up in a heartbeat.
Sounds like him in the first 2 series of the year against the Phils.
It does indeed. Only he didn't do any grand slams. He just hit him 2-run home runs and 3-run home runs at a time. He hit a bunch for sure of his 18 on the season. Played a pretty good left field last night as well for Hartford. Made a couple of nice plays in left field, including throwing a runner out at home. 2 strikes to him as he settles back in. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Parkinson strikes out the big bat of Hunter Goodman for the second out in the inning.
Yeah, nice job by Parkinson. When heavy dose of slow off-speed stuff down, and then he comes back with a fastball more up, and he gets Goodman to swing through it.
So that will bring up the left-handed hitter Grant Levine at 244 in the season. He's 2 for 15 in the series, but he had a big home run last night. 2-run home run in the 9th inning that turned out to be the game winner for the Yard Goats, as the Phils couldn't counter with anything in the bottom half of the 9th. And the first pitch from the left-handed pitching Parkinson, the left-hand hitting Levine, is outside for a ball. This one driven into center field. Johan Rojas is back to the warning track, to the point, and makes the catch and bangs up against the center field wall. Johan Rojas, as always, goes a long way and makes the catch for the third and final out of the first for the Hartford Yard Goats in inning number 1. No runs, no hits, no errors. The Fightins will bat when we come back to Reading for the first time.
Gear up for Fightin' Phil's season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phil's team store at FirstEnergy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phil's hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selections of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading Hot Dogs gear, plus throwback black R-Train R-Phil's attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightins team store or rphils.com/shop.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt, and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phils, 2 great hometown partners.
Fans, nothing beats a great day at Golden Oaks Golf Club. Located just minutes from Reading, Golden Oaks is a beautiful, award-winning golf course open to the public with perfect greens, lush fairways, and a course playing for 5 sets of tees. Bogey's Pub is open to the public with the area's best full-course menu, featuring indoor and outdoor seating and TVs to watch your favorite sports teams. Let the Golden Oaks Golf Club team cater to your need. Lunch, dinner, golf outings, parties, company events, and fundraisers. Visit our website at GoldenOaksGolfClub.com and follow Golden Oaks Golf Club and Bogey's Pub on Facebook. Golden Oaks Golf Club, where great memories are.
Here is the Golden Oaks Landscaping starting lineup for the Fightin' Phils. Madison Stokes again in the leadoff spot. Carlos De La Cruz bats second. Johan Rojas bats third. Jalen Ortiz, as we mentioned, will bat in the cleanup spot. Nick Podkill, the designated hitter tonight, will bat fifth. Casey Martin again is in the 6th hole. Batting 7th is Ethan Wilson. Batting in the 8th spot is Oliver Dunn, one of the heroes of last night's game with a couple of home runs. And Max McDowell back in the lineup tonight. He is catching and batting 9th, facing right-handed pitcher Nick Garcia, who misses with the first pitch to Madison Stokes and then catches the outside corner with the second. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Stokes. 1-1 pitch is again outside. Now it's 2-1. Stokes 4 for 10 in the series, but he's also walked 4 times in addition to those 4 hits. And he takes another one inside here. Now it's 3-1.
Garcia, someone hopefully the Phils can get to tonight. 0-6 and 8.39 ERA. across 11 starts. Redding's familiar. It's the 4th time he's thrown against the Phils already.
Ripped into left field, and Madison Stokes again gets it started with a base hit.
I think I'm just a psychic at this point. But just to continue.
Why don't you give me the lottery numbers if you're so smart?
I wish. 15 2/3 innings against Reading, 10 runs on 19 hits. Pitched last Sunday at Somerset, 4 2/3, 4 earned on 9 hits, struck out 5 and a loss. Was a 3rd-round pick by the Pirates in 2020 and was traded from Pittsburgh to Colorado last December in exchange for Connor Joe, who plays up for the Pirates.
That will bring up Carlos De La Cruz. De La Cruz at 293 on the season. Started and stopped on the first pitch that's low. By the way, Madison Stokes now on base for the 5th consecutive time. A double and 3 walks in last night's game after striking out in his first at-bat, and now a single here. So Carlos De La Cruz, who has a streak of his own on board as he stands at the plate, and the second pitch to him is a swing and a miss. It's 1 ball and 1 strike to De La Cruz, who's 6 for 18 so far in this series.
31 game on base streak for De La Cruz, dates all the way back to May the 12th.
1 ball and 1 strike. Garcia takes the look and then delivers, and a 1-hopper to short that's booted by Boswell. Boswell kind of in between hops and couldn't make the play, and it's safe all around.
Probably going to be an error on Boswell, the shortstop. Did have to take a couple of steps in. It will be an error ruled on Boswell, who's playing shortstop. It's his 1st error of the year at shortstop, 4th error of the year overall. And that does not count towards the on-base streak for what it's worth. Only hit-by pitches, walks, and base hits will count towards that.
So that will bring up Johan Rojas, who is at now 307 on the season. Speaking of base hits, he is 2nd in the Eastern League in hits with 75. And he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. No balls or strike. Just to give you some perspective, the guy who leads the Eastern League in hits is Cesar Prieto for Bowie, who's got 78, only 3 more than Rojas, but Prieto's hitting 353 on the season. No balls and a strike to Rojas, who's at 307 on the year, and that hit him. I think it got him in the helmet. Rojas tried to duck out of the way of it, but it got him.
It was a curveball that just completely missed in. See where it got him. Athletic trainer Steve Torregross is out to take a look at Johan.
I thought it hit the helmet, and as far as it went afterwards,
that's what it looked
seemed like it was the helmet, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it looks like, looking at the replay, it looks like the helmet.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it doesn't kind of shake you up a little bit, even though you got that protective helmet on. And so Tyler Henson, who is the acting manager for the Phils and coaching at third, is out along with the trainer to take a look at Johan Rojas just to make sure he's all right, make sure eyes are clear. And the world that we live in now, in the concussions and concussion protocol, you got to make sure everything's right. Johan Rojas will stay in the game, hit by the pitch, and the Phils have him loaded here in the first.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you're very happy that Johan Rojas appears to be okay. I mean, 77 versus 95, you don't want to get hit in the head no matter what. Obviously, 77, like that last pitch was, you'd rather than a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. And you just hope that, helmet served its purpose. Rojas is okay. He'll stay in the game.
So that will bring up Jalen Ortiz, his first at-bat in this season as a Reading Fightin' Phil. And they started with a curveball and a good one. Ortiz buckled a little bit on it. Ortiz hit .269 with 5 home runs, 11 RBIs at Lehigh Valley. Makes his Fightin' debut for 2023 with the bases loaded, and now he's in a hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Curveball to start and the fastball to follow it up. Madison Stokes at third, he's singled. Carlos De La Cruz at second, he'll safe on an error. Rojas at first, hit by the pitch. Ortiz keeps himself alive as he fouls it down the first baseline.
Yeah, and Ortiz just was a case of not playing every day in Lehigh Valley, 32 games. And there was a logjam. Jim Haley usually playing first. The outfield's loaded. Jake Cave, Samoon Muzi, Adi, Dalton Guthrie, list goes on and on. So just a chance for Ortiz to get at-bats every single day.
No balls and 2 strikes again. The count again with a curveball that doesn't curve or curve enough, and Ortiz able to duck out of the way of it. Basically the same pitch that caught Johan Rojas. In addition to which, we expect that Ortiz is probably going to play first base here every day. We'll see if that ultimately plays out, but he's at first base tonight. So 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Taps this one back through the middle. It's going to get a run home. Boswell to make the sure play to first. And Jalen Ortiz in his first at bat gets an RBI as Madison Stokes come across. It's 1-0 Fightins.
Yeah, no, I mean, you'll take it. It's a productive out. Hit it softly enough. Boswell kind of sat back on it a little bit, so it makes the, really no chance of a double play.
So I'll bring up Nick Podko. Podko struggled a little bit last night, going with an offer, and he is at 417 in the series. Batting average is 281. Been highly productive for the Fightins throughout the year. 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Defense behind Garcia. Hunter Goodman again is in left. Vladimir Restituyo in center. Nico Decolati starts in right. Grant Levine again at first. Jack Blumgren is at second. As we talked about, Brett Boswell's at short. Christopher Navarro is at third. Drew Romo behind the plate as Podko fouls one straight back. Check with our colleague in the Hartford radio booth, Jeff Dooley, to say, am I reading that right? That Boswell's at short and Navarro's at third? Shouldn't it be the other way around? He said, well, no, that's what it says. I questioned it myself, but it's what it is. And Boswell did boot that ground ball here in the first inning. And swing and a miss, and Podko again fooled on a breaking ball, and Garcia gets a big second strikeout there. Second out, I should say, on his first strikeout.
And you still got 2 outs, runners in scoring position. Martin's kind of quieted down the last couple of nights after a roaring hot start Tuesday and Wednesday. So we'll see if he can find a way to help the Fightins add a couple of extra runs early.
Picked up 4 RBIs in his first couple of games, 3 for 18 since the call up from Jersey Shore. And he lines this one into center field. Restituyo coming hard. He'll close the gap and he'll make the catch. And that'll do it for the Phils in the first. 1 run, they do it on 1 hit. There was 1 costly error and 2 men left. 1 complete in baseball town. Reading Fightin' Phils 1, the Hartford Yard Goats nothing.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job, everything for us from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Burke's Packing provides America's Classic Ballpark with quality products, including the highly acclaimed flat-top grilled hot dog. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long.
To the top of the second we head as the Reading Fightin' Phils put 1 up in the first. And now it'll be Vladimir Restituyo, Colin Simpson, and Jack Blumgren due up for Hartford here in this second inning. Facing left-hander David Parkinson. The first pitch to Restituyo is on the inside corner for a called strike. Restituyo 3 for 19 on the series, but he's done some damage in those 3 hits, including a big RBI double last night in a 3-run 7th inning for Hartford that helped tie the game up, and Hartford eventually won it in the 9th. There's a slow roller to the third, ranging to his right, and making the play is Madison Stokes, and Restituyo is retired. It took 2 pitches in the first as opposed to 1 pitch to get the first out for Hartford in the first.
Yeah, Madison Stokes makes a nice play with the backhand at third base. It's just his 3rd start of the year at third base. We saw a ball that was ruled a double last night. Argue could have been an error or a double either way for Stokes, so it's nice to see him make a tough play after that one last night.
That'll bring up Colin Simpson, who's the designated hitter for the Yard Goats, left-hand hitter, who's playing just in his 2nd game in this series. Also pinched hit earlier in the season in this series. 1 for 3 in the series, 168 on the season. A couple of home runs and 8 RBIs. First pitch is a ball, back with a curveball that doesn't break enough. Started out too far. And Simpson had to back out of the way of it, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Colin Simpson. That one catches the outside corner for a called strike 1. Jae-Young Kim behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. Paul Romer down the first base line. Pete Talkington down the third base line for our umpiring crew tonight. 2-1 to Simpson. Fastball that gets right past him, and it's 2-2. Simpson 5'7", 228 pounds. Originally drafted as a catcher by the Rockies organization. Comes again with a curveball, but it starts out a little bit too far. Max McDowell kind of set with it for a moment just to try to frame the pitch a bit, but the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes to Simpson. Fisted towards short. Casey Martin will field it. He'll make the throw in plenty of time for out number 2.
Casey Martin sits back on it, but for him, that's no problem. He's got a cannon at short. I feel like a broken record talking about it, but it's so fun to watch.
Yeah, it was kind of fisted, and I think for a second Casey Martin wasn't sure whether it was going to come to him in the air, and then realized it didn't have enough zip on it, and he had to end up having to charge it. You don't often charge a line drive, but that's kind of what he had to do. A little humpback line drive, but he obviously made the right play as Jack Blumgren now will bat. And the first pitch from Parkinson is outside, ball 1. Swing and a miss at the fastball. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Jake said Parkinson's last outing here against Binghamton, he looked really, really good for 5 innings. Kind of ran out of steam in the 6th. And he misses this one low, and now it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Jack Blumgren. 2 for 9 in the series, 208 on the season as he stands in. Parkinson again misses on the inside corner with the breaking ball, and it's 3-1. And that's inside again, and that's the first base runner for Hartford on the 2-out walk.
You got to hope the fact of what you said there, 2-out walk, is the no harm, no foul situation here if we can get Drew Romo out.
Romo, the switch hitting catcher, hitting at 225 on the season. 3 for 12 in the series. He's 21 years old. Outstanding defensively. He made a couple nice plays last night, including a tag out at home, threw out a base runner as well, trying to steal a base. First pitch to him is a ball. So Parkinson cruising through the first 5 batters with pretty good pinpoint control. All of a sudden walks Blumgren on 5 pitches and now falls behind on the first pitch to Romo. Now a little soft toss over to make sure Blumgren stays close. Comes to the plate with a 1-0 pitch. Down the third base line and a fair ball will roll all the way down to the Hartford yard goat corner. Blumgren going around third. They're going to wave him home. Drew Romo will roll into second base with a stand-up RBI double. We're tied at 1.
Well, the 2-out walk does come back to bite Parkinson, and the R fails as Drew Romo shoots one down the line. As I feel like both teams have been peppering that left field line all series long. It's 9th double of the year for Drew Romo, and knocks us up at 1.
Romo had one of those doubles and an RBI double at that in last night's 9th inning. After Grant Levine hit the 2-run home run to give them the Yard Goats a 7-5 lead. Romo added a little icing on the cake with that RBI double. So back-to-back RBI doubles and 2 consecutive bats for Romo. He takes his lead off of second as Christopher Navarro bats. And the first pitch to Parkinson, or from Parkinson, is a ball. Navarro 3 for 7 in the series. He's got half of his season hits in this series. He's 6 for 37 on the year, and 3 of them in this series. 162 as he stands in. 1-0 pitch. Swings at a pitch that is low and actually bounced up there. McDowell had a scamper to make sure it stayed in front of him and keep Romo at second. It's 1-1 now to Christopher Navarro. Misses again low, and now it's 2-1. 9-hole hitter Brett Boswell in the on-deck circle for the Yard Goats with a man at second base and 2 outs. That one misses up and away. Parkinson thought it was a strike. Fastball that misses, and it's 3-1. That one catches the outside corner. It's 3-2, and now Navarro's not happy. So the previous pitch, Parkinson wasn't happy, and now on that pitch, the batter Navarro wasn't happy. The count's full. Guess that's good umpiring. Over for a call. It's D-Reich 3 as Navarro is retired. Second strikeout for Parkinson, and that'll do it for the Goats here in the second. But they do get the tying run. They do it on one hit. They leave one. We head to the bottom of the second in Baseball Town. It's the Reading Fightin' Phils 1, the Hartford Yard Goats 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Star City Boxing, located at 4760 Schuylkill Avenue in Reading, is a 501c3 non-profit boxing gym unlike any other. Our goal is not only to help you be fit, but to be the best outlet for our youth and community. We welcome anyone who wants to improve their way of life, be fit, and box competitively or non-competitively. We work with you to reach your goals in and out of the gym. Stop in and meet our stars today. Check us out and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for upcoming events and happenings. And visit our website today at starcityboxing.org for more information on how to join, volunteer with our youth, or support our efforts in the community. Star City Boxing is a proud continued 2023 Our Phil's Fiesta Friday partner.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help.
Crazy Hot Dog doing his thing in between innings, and we had splashdown number 3 in the broadcast booth after a horrific attempt last night, in which he was rejected by the net that was immediately in front of him.
But this time he found the bottom of our net.
He redeems himself, and he reaches the bottom of Jake Starr's net for the splashdown. So he will live happy tonight. He's still throwing hot dogs, and even while the Phils are batting, as we stand here in the second, Ethan Wilson leads off for the Phils, facing Nick Garcia. Garcia misses his third pitch inside. It's 2-1 to Wilson. Ethan at 7 for 16 in the series, 5 singles and a couple of home runs as well. 278 now on the year, way out in front of the off-speed pitch. And now Wilson will call time and recollect his thoughts. 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. As he leads off this second inning, brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, Pennsylvania, outside of Lebanon. This pitch is outside, and Wilson's worked the count full. Oliver Dunn and Max McDowell, that's the 3 due up for the Fightins here in the second. Taps this one down the first base line, but fouled and fielded, almost fielded. Well, he'll eventually pick it up. It's the birthday boy, Ray Ricker, the first base coach for the Fightins, will pick it up.
Ray Ricker celebrating a birthday today.
He's 29th.
Looks great.
Let's say he's 39th. Let's be reasonable. Let's just say 39.
But he looks great.
This one ripped down the first base line and fair into the fence. Ethan Wilson rounds first, picked up by Decolati and fired back in, and Ethan Wilson will belly flop in with a leadoff double here in the second.
I think belly flop's the appropriate way to describe it. That slide right there, 11th double of the year. He's slowly but surely swinging a hot bat again, and he's sneaking back up there. Average was 273 before that at bat. It's going to creep up right now and should continue to throughout the night.
That's his 8th hit of this series, as Oliver Dunn, who has 2 hits in this series, They were 2 solo home runs in last night's game. Stands in with the go-ahead run now at second base for the Phils here in the bottom of the second. Dunn swings at the first pitch and lifts one down the third baseline. Navarro, the third baseman, will give it chase, but he'll run out of room. Today's Phil's team leader, brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, is Madison Stokes, who led off this game with a base hit, who now leads this team in doubles with 14. He has painted the line a couple of times for some doubles in this series. That's today's Cross Country Mortgage Loan Officer Johanna Arias, Phil's team leader. Contact Johanna at 484-554-9969. No balls and a strike to Oliver Dunn. And again, fouls this one off, and this one out of play and headed towards the Carpenter parking lot. Speaking of which, Carpenter provided the fireworks for tonight's Mega Blast fireworks. Tomorrow, Father's Day, bring Dad out for the baseball game. He'll get a bucket hat from the Phils. All men receive a bucket hat attending tomorrow's game. 5:15 start time. Oh, no balls and 2 strikes. This time, Dunn rips one foul down the first base line into the Reading Fightin Phil's bullpen. Staying alive at no balls and 2 strikes. Ethan Wilson, by the way, that is his 11th double of the season. Phil's playing in their home red pinstripes for tonight's game. They'll be the hot dogs tomorrow. Dunn lines this one into right field, going to hang up, however, for Decolati. He'll make the catch, and Ethan Wilson has to stay put at second base.
Catcher number 48, Max McDowell.
That's one down in the second. They'll bring up Max McDowell. Max had in the last couple of nights off. Cody Roberts doing the catching. Max just 2 for his last 21 as he stands in and takes the first pitch outside for a ball. McDowell at 206 on the season, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. None more memorable than his walk-off 3-run home run a couple weeks ago against Harrisburg. Swing and a miss at this one, and he's now on a 1-1 count after the breaking ball from Garcia. That one catches the outside corner. Now it's 1-2. Garcia in danger of matching a Hartford record that no one wants to break at 0-6, the worst start for anyone for Hartford. The record, if you will, is 0-7 set last year. Garcia in danger of that at 0-6 coming into this. 1-2 to McDowell, and this one's in the dirt. Easy take for Max McDowell. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the order, and Madison Stokes in the on-deck circle. Ethan Wilson takes his leadoff of second after his leadoff double. Fisted towards short, broke his bat on it. Boswell will hold the runner and make the throw across for out number 2. Ethan Wilson still stays put at second base and flip the lineup around to Madison Stokes, who started the game with a base hit, came around to score the Phil's run.
And see if Stokes can add another hit here. Wilson got that leadoff double. Don't want to leave him out there. See if he can find a way to get him home and give the Phillies back the lead.
Yardgoat outfield plays Stokes pretty well straight away and deep. And the first pitch to him is a called strike, which is an advantage if Stokes can drop one in front of them. Ethan Wilson with good wheels at second base should be able to score a base hit. This one's outside. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike to Stokes. Madison with 17 RBIs on the season. .274 batting average when the game began. Beats this one foul. And Ray Ricker, as we said, coaching at first base. Tyler Henson, the Phil's hitting coach, coaching at third as the acting manager. The absence of Al Padrica, who will rejoin the team on Tuesday on their road trip to Portland. 1-2 to Stokes. Swing and a miss, D-right 3, and the Phils cannot take advantage of the leadoff double from Ethan Wilson, the lone hit in the inning. to complete in baseball town. It remains Hartford 1, Reading 1.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh. Tied at 1, we head to the third. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania, located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring. The Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit the Manor Golf Club for more manorgolfclub.com for more information. David Parkinson will face left-hand hitting Brett Boswell, and then the top of the order for the Yard Goats here in the third. Boswell swings at the first pitch. Jalen Ortiz will get his first try, and he'll get Parkinson to cover, and Ortiz passes the task, covering the first base side of the infield as he makes the play on it to his right, and then gets the nice flip to David Parkinson for out number 1. So that will bring up the top of the order, and Nico Decolati, who grounded out to Oliver Dunn in his first plate appearance. Again, if you missed our pregame show, talking about Jalen Ortiz and his move from Lehigh Valley to Reading today to join the Fightins, and more than likely play first base on a regular basis. He did play one game for the Iron Pigs at first base, but working with Tyler Henson before the game was some of those very things we're talking about, covering the bag and making plays to your right, tossing to the pitcher. As Decolati rolls one into the hole, Madison Stokes makes the diving stop, but cannot get it out of his glove and make the throw. It'll be a base hit for Decolati. Full out dive for Stokes from third base, ranging to his left. Got a glove on it, but could not field it cleanly, and probably would not have been able to throw Decolati out even after getting himself back up. So it's a base hit for Nico Decolati. Second hit of the game for the Yard Goats. Decolati now a one-out base runner for Hunter Goodman, who struck out his first time up. Decolati beats this one to Stokes. Flips it to second for 1. The relay in time. 5, 4, 3. Double play around the horn, and that quickly the Yard Goats are retired in the third. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Still tied at 1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils.
Humane Pennsylvania is an innovative national leader in animal welfare with adoption centers, accredited nonprofit veterinarian hospitals, emergency animal rescue services, community pet assistance programs, and a free community dog park. At HPA, we are passionate about going the extra base to keep your pets healthy and happy at home with you. With a variety of services and different ways and times to access them and variable pricing, Humane Pennsylvania is here to provide your pets with exceptional care, how, when, and where they need it. Visit humanepa.org for more information.
The Enersys Power Alley Pub features a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet, private bar with bartender, 2 rows of seats, bar stool seating, and 4 cafe tables. The pub provides your party a private area to enjoy the ball game away from other fans. The Enersys Power Alley Pub may accommodate groups of 40 to 60 people. Enjoy socializing with your group and watch the game with the
Bottom half of the third inning presented to you by Swartz Culleton PC. If you've been injured at work, get justice. Call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Carlos De La Cruz, Johan Rojas, Jalen Ortiz. That'll be the 3 who will bat for the Fightins here in the third, tied at 1 alongside Jake Starr. My name is Bob McCool. You're listening to Reading Fightin' Phil's radio. And watching hopefully live as well on MILB TV as De La Cruz rolls one, a slow roller to third. Navarro gets it over just in time to beat De La Cruz, who was hustling down the first baseline, but he is retired for the first out on the first pitch here in the third.
1 pitch, 1 out for Nick Garcia. Remember, Nick Garcia is a guy the Fightin' Phils have roughed up a couple of times. So, you see it's either going to be a case of Garcia making adjustments or Reading eventually being able to hop on the familiarity factor.
There's Johan Rojas, who was hit by a pitch the first time and the second. The first one got him in the helmet. This one got him right in the middle of the bat, right above the belt. Again, a curveball that just didn't break.
Johan's not happy.
Nope.
Open umpire Jae Young Kim kind of standing in the middle between home plate and the mound.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he's not trying to hit him with a curveball.
Not at all. Neither
if you're
are
going to hit him, he's
intentional.
not going to hit him with a curveball. It's the curveball that's not breaking. He's hitting Rojas twice with it, and he's almost hit another batter or 2 in this game because the curveball just isn't breaking. So Jalen Ortiz now will stand in. Ortiz drove in the run for the Fightins his first time up. And Reading had the bases loaded. He had a slow roller to short. He was retired, but the run came across, so he gets his first RBI in a Fightins uniform in 2023. Taps this one to the hole and into left field for a base hit. Rojas will take a big turn around second, but he'll put on the brakes. The Phils have 2 on and 1 out here in the third.
Hey, stung hard off the bat. 105 from Ortiz, just drills it in the hole between the shortstop Boswell and Navarro, the third baseman. Well, Reading's already left a couple in scoring position tonight. Tyler Henson told us earlier in the week that they have to do a better job of hitting with runners in scoring position. Well, here's an opportunity to do that. But at the same time, the runners in scoring position has been better this year. They rank 3rd in the Eastern League, 248 with runners in scoring position. That number was, down to 20, ranked 7th, 8th in the league for a good bit. So it's been better, but needs to be more consistent with what Henson said.
Now a conversation with Drew Romo and Nick Garcia on the mound as Nick Podkill will bat. Podkill strikeout victim his first time up. He is 0 for his last 6 now at the plate. So 2 on, 1 out. Bottom half of the third and a 1-1 tie. First pitch to Podkill. Drives one into the gap in left center field. Decolati goes back, looks up, and says goodbye! Nick Podkill with the 3-run home run, and the Fightins are on top 4-1.
How about that from Nick Podkill? Breaks this game wide open with one swing of the bat. Obviously you want to add more, but a good start at that.
Breaks that 0 for 6 in a big way. Nick Podkill with his 8th home run of the season. RBI number 24, 25, and 26. And that'll bring Casey Martin to the plate. So the 10th home run surrendered by Nick Garcia on the season. Gets the Phils on top 4-1 as Martin bats. Martin flew out to center field his first time up. Takes the first pitch over for a called strike. Second way outside for a ball. On this date, June the 17th in 1971, in this ballpark, the Philadelphia Phillies are playing the Reading Phils in an exhibition game, and a new draft pick hit a home run in his appearance playing for the Phillies. He was a shortstop at the time by the name of Mike Schmidt.
Michael Jack Schmidt.
Then turned back to the Phils and played shortstop for the Phils. I bring that up as Casey Martin bats, and now in a 3-1 advantage. Mike Schmidt, who wore number 24 in his time in Reading, his number retired here at FirstEnergy Stadium. And the second is, this pitch is over for a called strike. Of course, the greatest player in Philadelphia Phillies history, the Hall of Famer. Number 20 retired in Philadelphia as well. 3-2 pitch to Casey Martin, swing and a miss. And Martin is a strikeout victim. That's the second out recorded here in the third.
Third strikeout tonight for Garcia, but it's another guy swinging a red-hot bat in Ethan Wilson, up with 2 outs, and a double his first time out.
8 hits now in the series for Ethan Wilson. First pitch to him is outside, is on the outside corner for a called strike. There is a placard down along the concourse here at FirstEnergy Stadium commemorating Mike Schmidt after hitting that home run and jogging back to the dugout. It's fouled out of play. All part of the history of this ballpark, and you can revisit a lot of the history just walking through that concourse. It is a baseball museum in a lot of ways, with all of the former teams, the former players, as Ethan Wilson serves this one into center field. Decolati is deep, and he'll take a couple more steps back and squeeze it for the third and final out, but the Phils do some damage here in the third. They put 3 across. They do it on 2 hits. The big one, the 3-run home run by Nick Podkul, and after 3, the Phils lead it 4-1.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are pleased to present you with their classic game program, all electronically. This program has information on the coaching staff, player roster, and front office staff. It also includes feature stories and alumni reports on all of your favorite guys who spent time in baseball town. Visit ourphils.com/programs to check.
4-1, Fightin's on top of the Hartford Yard Goats as Hartford comes to the plate here in the top half of the 4th inning. I'll throw things over for the play-by-play to my broadcast partner, Jake Starr.
Thank you very much, Bob. It is the top half of the 4th inning. Fightin' Phils lead it 4-1 after Nick Podkul 3-run home run in the bottom half of the 3rd. David Parkinson back out. He'll fire the first pitch home to Grant Levine, who takes it down for a ball 1-0. Levine, who bats from the left side. It's lefty-on-lefty matchup. First baseman for Hartford, 0 for 1 tonight. Had a deep fly ball to center his first time up. Next pitch from Parkinson's a curveball that drops in for a called strike, 1-1. Levine, a .242 hitter overall across the season so far. Parkinson winds and deals. Swinging a foul ball back, and it's 1-2.
Levine, one of 3 left-handed hitters in the Hartford lineup tonight. Drew Romo, the young catcher, is a switch hitter, batting right-handed, obviously, against Parkinson.
1-2 the count, no outs. Still Levine. Parkinson winds and deals. That's a curveball just inside for a ball. Leaning out of the way was Grant Levine.
Yeah, he's really tried to use that curveball, as you might imagine, against predominantly against these left-handed hitters. He's missed it inside quite a bit.
Parkinson toes the third base side of the rubber. Head over, wind up, and it's fouled back off the netting behind home plate. Count stays 2-2. Parkinson up to 42 pitches tonight. He's been quite efficient so far. Mostly pitching to contact. Does have a pair of strikeouts. The 2-2 is pounded on the ground, but it'll go foul past the first base coach's box. And the first base coach, Luis Lopez, will give it a look.
On the ground, on the foul ball, but he lost it in the sun because it took a big bounce, and Luis Lopez looked up at it and couldn't see where the ball was. He lost the ground ball in the sun.
2-2 the count. Parkinson leans in, gets a sign from Max McDowell. The lefty works from the windup from the third base side of the rubber. 2-2 again. That one shot foul to the left side. Count stays 2-2. Long at bat between Levine and Parkinson. 3-4-5 due up in the frame for the Argoats, who are chasing a 4-1 deficit. Parkinson winds and fires. That's shot foul, and the count stays 2-2.
Outfield plays Levine, the left-hand hitter, and a big guy at that, around the other way, and that's where he went deep last night. The home run they hit last night was into left field.
So Parkinson will try it again. It's been a long at-bat so far. Here's the 2-2. And a curveball, swing and a miss. David Parkinson wins the battle over Grant Levine, his third strikeout tonight. And that'll bring the four-man Vladimir Restituyo up to the plate.
I just mentioned that Parkinson had missed that breaking ball a lot inside. That one, he started the curveball over the middle of the plate, and then it broke off the plate, and Levine went fishing.
It was a great 2-2 pitch from Parkinson to win that battle. So Restituyo digs in. He's 0 for 1 tonight. First pitch is grounded towards third again. Leaping is Stokes, and it shoots over his head in the left field for a base hit. Chugging around first goes Restituyo to second. Wilson gets to it, but will have to go to third with his throw. So it's a one-out double for Vladimir Restituyo. That's his 12th two-bagger of the year, and that'll bring Colin Simpson up.
Yeah, just took a big old hop up and over Madison Stokes. Not much he could do about it. And fair ball all the way down the line, and a long run for Ethan Wilson to track it down. And there's Vladimir Restituyo again coming up with a big hit.
Colin Simpson now digs in. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Parkinson moves to the stretch again. First pitch home. Curveball at the belt for a called strike, 0-1. Colin Simpson grounded out the short his first time up, back in the second. Infield plays the lefty to pull to the right side. Shortstop Martin shaded towards the second base bag. The next pitch is fouled straight back, and the count's 0-2. Parkinson quickly in control in the at-bat. Simpson, a 167 hitter for the Argoats this year. Just 2 home runs, 8 RBI. It's been a staple across their lineup throughout the 2023 season. We saw him when Hartford was here back in April. Parkinson winds the 0-2, swing and a miss on a fastball upstairs. And Simpson is down on strikes. 2 strikeouts in the inning. For tonight for Parkinson, here's Jack Blomgren of 2 outs.
So he gets the 2 lefties he's facing in this inning, both by way of strikeouts.
Blomgren will step in, 2 outs in the frame. He'll bat from the right side. Walked and scored his first time up. Responsible for the only run tonight for the Yard Goats. Blomgren, a 167 hitter with runners in scoring position. First pitch home is a fastball in the inside corner for a ball. Called strike, and the count's 0-1.
I think Jack Blomgren would agree with you based on his body language. He too thought it was a ball.
Strike zone we have here said it was on the inside corner, so good pitch from David Parkinson. 0-1. That one's down for curveball, 1-1.
Big Phil's game just went final in Oakland. They win it in 12 innings by a score of 3-2, so they take the first 2 games of that series.
They are 5-1 on the road trip so far. Finish up the series at Oakland. Could be their last time at the Coliseum. Game 3 of the series tomorrow, a little after 4. Parkinson deals the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a curveball, 1-2.
That curveball really has been sharp in this inning. He's made the adjustment. As I said, he was missing it on the inside corner, which means he simply was not starting it too soon and really making the adjustment now to getting that curveball over the plate. And it's been very effective in this inning.
Blomgren 3 for 10 with 2 outs this season. The next pitch is a fastball inside. Blomgren will check his swing. Max McDowell will point towards first multiple times, but Jae-Young Kim has 0 interest in acknowledging it. Now Max McDowell will turn around and say something to the home plate umpire like, could you at least ask? But it looks like we'll play. So 2-2 count, 2 outs. Man on second is Restituyo. Jack Blomgren, the batter. Fightin's lead at 4-1, top of the 4th. Parkinson sets the belt and deals. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out. So around the double, David Parkinson strikes out the side. Number 5 tonight No runs on it. Yargoats leave 1. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Reading leads 4-1 here on the Our Phillies Radio Network.
The Louisiana Swamplands. Out here, you're either lunch or you're enjoying it. Make sure you end up on top with the all-powerful lineup of Kia SUVs, like the Telluride, Sportage, and Sorento, equipped with available all-wheel drive, higher ground clearance, and the interior capacity to bring everything you need, so you'll always remain more than a gator's length ahead. Visit your local Kia dealer today to find your next adventure in our ever-capable lineup of SUVs. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-3334-KIA for details. Always drive safely.
When the Reading Fightin' Phils get hungry, we turn to our team feed partners. Special thanks to Chick-fil-A, Pizza Como USA, Railroad House, Why Missing Restaurant and Bakery, Jersey Mike's Subs, Mimo's Italian Restaurant and Bakery, Subway, and Clean Eats for making sure the Fightin' Phils front office is never hungry on game day. Our staff enjoys delicious meals from our team feed partners. Don't take our word for it. Find out for yourself today.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet, photos, and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin' Phils mascot band. Regular season tickets start at $33 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
Oliver Dunn steps in here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Fightin's lead at 4-1. Sweet Caroline just blared throughout the loudspeakers on this, the first Penn State night that we have hosted here at FirstEnergy Stadium. First pitch from Garcia to Dunn, down for a ball, 1-0.
I'm going to ask you if you see what I see. Evil Candy has a Michigan hat on.
Well, that's very evil of him. Dunn swings and misses at the next pitch, 1-1.
Just pointing things out. Yeah, I am the color analyst right now, Jake, so I got to point out the colors.
Next pitch to Dunn's, grounded towards the middle. Glove by the pitcher Garcia. He'll flip the first on the run for out number 1. That'll bring Max McDowell to the plate, 1 out of the 4th. I mean, as a Penn State alum, really puts the emphasis on the evil in Evil Candy. And you're wearing Michigan out there tonight.
I think he should have worn like the dark rim glasses like Jim Harbaugh while he was doing that too.
Wear khakis too.
I don't know if he could get khakis around that waist of his.
Here's the pitch. It's fouled back, and McDowell is down 0-1. Oh, 1 out. Pitch to McDowell. Takes a curveball inside for a ball, 1-1. We have seen Garcia miss arm side a lot with that curveball tonight. Obviously, Johan Rojas has been the unfortunate recipient of a couple of those misses in time. Next pitch is down low for a ball, 2-1 to McDowell. Nick Garcia deals the next pitch to McDowell. Shoots it in the air towards the right side. It'll slice out of play, foul, 2-2. Garcia, who was originally drafted by the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2020, was traded to Colorado this past offseason in the Connor Joe trade. Next pitch from him. McDowell takes just outside for a ball that counts full. Leadoff man Madison Stokes awaits on deck here in this bottom half of the 4th inning. 3-2 count. Garcia works from the windup. He'll deal. And McDowell will softly hit a foul behind home plate on an off-speed pitch, and the count stays 3-2. Max McDowell, that's his second appearance of the series. 3-2 to him again. Is down low for a ball, and McDowell works himself a walk with 1 out, and that'll flip the lineup card back over to Madison Stokes, the leadoff man. 1 out of the 4th. Fightin' Phil's lead at 4-1.
First walk surrendered by Garcia, but he has hit 2 batters. It's the same batter, and Johan Rojas, he hit him twice.
Madison Stokes digs in from the right side. He's 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a strikeout. First pitch from Garcia. Dots the outside corner with a fastball. It's 0-1. Madison Stokes, who has been a consistent atop the Fightin' Phil's lineup for most of this 2023 season. 0-1 to him. Here's the pitch. That's low and away for a ball. Skips by Romo. And up this second will go Max McDowell on the wild pitch. Fourth wild pitch of the season thrown from Nick Garcia. And all of a sudden the Fightin' Phils have a runner in scoring position. 1 out in the frame, 1-1 count to Stokes, the pitch. That's down low for a ball, 2-1.
It's a very patient at bat by Max McDowell to ultimately work the walk, and now Stokes has to do something similar here. He's missed now on 2 straight pitches, and obviously one of them went to the backstop. It could be a pitch you like. If it is, turn on it.
Garcia set at the letters, 2-1 to the count. The pitch. That's a ground ball towards second. Up to third will go McDowell. Throw from Blomgren will go to first. So it is a productive out as McDowell hits behind the runner. There are 2 outs in the inning for Carlos De La Cruz, but between a wild pitch and a ground out to second, pass ball, wild pitch would score a run.
Yeah, again, to your point, it is a productive at bat. Those are the bats you like to do that, obviously, runner at second base and do that with nobody out, and then he's there for 1 out, but there's no reason that it doesn't hurt to move him up and get him that much closer. And again, McDowell doesn't have great speed, so now a base hit, for sure he's going to score.
First pitch, De La Cruz, down and in for a ball, counts 1-0. Garcia winds and deals. Swing and a miss, 1-1. De La Cruz riding a 31-game on-base streak. 0 for 2 tonight. Did reach in the first via an error. That doesn't factor, though, into getting on base. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Saw someone in front of us up the stairs with like 8 soft pretzels on a tray. I think I might need to lean over and ask for one.
Get your net out. Trade him a hot dog for your soft pretzel.
1-2. De La Cruz hits one in the air, right side, and a slice foul in the air, out of play. And the count stays 1-2. Carlos 232 this year. Runners in scoring position. That average shoots all the way up to what his season number is, 291, with 2 outs. 1-2. That's just down below the knees for a ball, 2-2.
Kind of pitched De La Cruz backwards a little bit here. Got him out in front. He got out in front of De La Cruz with some breaking balls, and now trying to get the fastball by him.
Max McDowell leads off third, 2 outs. The 2-2. That one's driven in the air well, out towards left center field. Restituto's racing back at the track. The wall, it's gone! Carlos De La Cruz extends the on-base streak to 32 games in a big way with home run number 13 of the season for the big man. Fightin's lead at 6-1 on a 2-run shot.
Rattled that one off the pitch clock in left center field. Hit it as long and as far as you needed to do it here, as it gets to be a big ballpark out to straightaway center field, but that didn't matter on that one. De La Cruz got it all. As I said, he started him out with the breaking balls and got ahead of him, and then was trying to get him out on a fastball. Not a good idea against De La Cruz.
Home run number 13 of the year. First pitch to Rojas, drilled into the grass, charging Navarro from third, throws on the run, not in time. That's an infield hit for Johan Rojas.
That's great hustle by Rojas. Navarro did everything he could. He charged that. It was a slow roller off the fists of the bat for Rojas. And you don't have a blemish of a mistake that you can make, because Rojas is going to beat it out. And Navarro did everything perfectly. He fielded with his bare hand and made it throw all in one motion, and he still couldn't get Johan Rojas, who busted it down the line.
Johan Rojas has that speed. We saw it right there. Here's Jalen Ortiz with 2 outs. Rojas goes. First pitch is swing and a miss. Throw to second is not in time. Stolen base number 19 on the year for Johan Rojas. That leads the team, and he's now on second base.
You could say he just wanted to get in a scoring position. I'll tell you, I think he wants a little redemption for getting plunked 2 straight at bats.
So the Fightin's already lead at 6-1. Jalen Ortiz, the batter. He's from the right side. Swung and missed the first one. It's 0-1. Pitch from Garcia. And Ortiz takes it outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. Garcia rests his glove on his left hip. Now he comes set at the letters. 1-1 count, 2 outs to Jalen Ortiz. The pitch. At the knees for a called strike, 1-2. Ortiz 1 for 2 tonight. His first start back in baseball town. Spent most of last season with the Phillies. Started off the 23 season with Lehigh Valley. The 1-2. Down low for a ball, 2-2. Ortiz began the year on the Phillies 40-man roster. Was DFA'd back on April the 4th. Cleared waivers and then was eventually outrighted back to Lehigh Valley. Played in 32 games for the Iron Pigs, the Phillies AAA affiliate. Now he's here in Reading, presumably to play every day. He's even in the count, 2-2, 2 outs, bottom 4. Johan Rojas leads off second. Time called, it looked like by the catcher Romo, as him and Garcia could not get on the same page. 6-1 ball game, Fightin' Phil's lead. Look in for more though. Garcia set at the letters. Now time is called. That time by Jalen Ortiz. So not often you see back-to-back timeouts called, but it's a situation where you do.
You get one each, so they both used one.
So Ortiz will dig back in from the right side. Open stance. 2-2 count. The pitch. That plunks him. Third hit by pitch tonight. And that one was another off-speed pitch at 84. So Ortiz will make his way to first. Like we said, third batter hit tonight by Nick Garcia. And that'll bring Nick Podkul up. He homered his last time up. Entering tonight, Nick Garcia had hit 4 batters on the season. That number's now up to 7. He's one away from doubling it.
About to double it. I was just going to say the same thing.
Here's Nick Podkul. Rojas goes. Great jump. Throw to third is not in time. So make that number 20 on the year in the stolen base department for Johan Rojas. Ortiz stayed at first. Pitch was a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, so he stole second because you hit Rojas. And now I'm going to steal third because you just hit my new guy, Ortiz.
So, brief delay. Now Podkul settles back into the box. Men on the corners, 2 outs. It's a 1-0 count, bottom of the 4th. Garcia deals. Podkul takes a breaking pitch, over for a called strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Podkul 1 for 2 tonight. Hit his 8th home run of the season, his last time up. Next pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-1. I don't know how fleet of foot Jalen Ortiz is. But I wonder if maybe you try and, I don't know, confuse the defense some. You seem to disagree.
I would disagree only because you got a really good catcher back there in Rome. I think they just throw it a second and throw him out.
2-1. Gets the inside corner for a called strike. Back to the slider, which he's been sticking with heavy tonight. The count's even, 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Garcia set of the letters and deals. Podkul takes it up in. Fastball 91 for a ball. Counts full, which means Ortiz from first will be off on the pitch.
Also, I look at it a different way in the sense that Jack Blumgren is playing all but up the middle as the second baseman. And with Levine holding Ortiz on, it's a huge hole on the right side.
3-2, shot foul. Slices out of play to the right side.
Ortiz does take off there on the 3-2 pitch with 2 outs. But Podkul could hit a slow roller on the right side, and he's got himself an RBI single.
Podkul digs back in. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Men on the corners. Fightin's lead 6-1 in this bottom of the 4th. Garcia deals. And Podkul takes inside ball 4. Came just a mere inches away from hitting Podkul. But he works a walk, and nonetheless, Casey Martin up to the plate. There's Kristen Orfeo, so it looks like Garcia's day will be done. So we'll step aside for this Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Back after this on the Phillies Radio Network. Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Cathay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, 8-Piss Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms
Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the R Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
It's Alvernia University Golden Wolves call to the bullpen. Step into your future with the Alvernia University Golden Wolves. And Bob, it's Adam McKillican, the 25-year-old on the mound with bases loaded and 2 outs.
14th appearance. He's 2-0 with a 7.27 earned run average. 17 to third innings pitched, 22 strikeouts, 15 walks.
And McKillican will enter, native of Cummins, Canada. First year with the Yard Goats. Last drew on Friday against Somerset. Went 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned. No walks and 3 strikeouts. So first man he gets, it's Casey Martin. Bases loaded, 2 outs, bottom 4. Fightin's lead 6-1. First pitch to Martin. That's upstairs for a ball 1-0, and all of a sudden, the newcomer to Baseball Town is in control. Martin 0 for 2 tonight. 1-0. Swing and a miss on a curveball, and it was fouled back. Saw it sneak away from the catcher, Romo, so Rojas began to take off. But Jae Young Kim, the home plate umpire, signaled right away it was a foul ball.
Martin's starting to see himself a pretty steady diet of curveballs, and until he starts to become more adept at hitting them, he's going to see even more of them. He's got off to a good start here in Reading with the bat in his hand.
Killican works from the stretch. All runners lead off, none held on. Here's the pitch. That's driven in the air well towards center. Restituyo started in, now tracks back. He's still going back at the wall, and he leaps and he makes the catch. Well, Casey Martin certainly gave it a ride. He hit 343, needed to go probably about 350. He hit a grand slam home run, and that will retire the side. But 2 runs in the inning for the Fightin Phils. They do it on a pair of hits. No errors, and the bases are left loaded. We'll go to the 5th, running up 6-1 on the R Phils Radio Network.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Spanish and Latino culture during 12 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, presented by Tito's Handmade Vodka, High Noon Sun Sips, Catay Law Offices, Suburban Brewing Company, Carl's Cards and Collectibles, Humane Pennsylvania, Star City Boxing, Apis Services, Supportive Concepts, and Affordable Home Care. Fiesta Friday features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other culture elements throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office. To honor the 275th anniversary of Reading, the R Phils will play as the Reading Keystones on all Thursdays and select Tuesdays in 2023. Tuesdays are brought to you by Coatesville VA Medical Center. Join us for 11 Keystone Throwback Thursdays thanks to Burke's Career and Technology Center, H&F Heating and Cooling, and Rip It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Come celebrate the 275th anniversary of Reading and enjoy some great baseball on Throwback Thursdays in 2023. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL, online at rphils.com, or at the Customers Bank ticket office.
Top half of the 5th inning, Reading added 2 more in the bottom of the 4th to make it 6-1. So David Parkinson has some cushion as he continues the roll. 5 strikeouts tonight, including 2 in a row and 3 in the 4th to strike out the side. Bottom 3rd due up for Hartford. Drew Romo steps in. First pitch from Parkinson inside for a ball 1-0. Now, Between innings, as always, at N4, it's the vegetable race, where Evil Candy tries to disrupt the vegetable race. 1-0 the count to Romo. Next pitch home is on the inside corner for a called strike, and the count's 1-1. So Evil Candy was wearing a Michigan hat tonight.
Yep.
Michigan, of course, one of the foes of Penn State, even though we'll see how long that lasts with Penn State and Michigan, and Penn State and Ohio State no longer protected rivalries. They won't play each other every year starting in 2024. But besides the point, Penn State and Michigan, obviously very heated rivals. 1-1. Ground ball foul. Counts 1-2 as it hit Romo. So we'll say, I guess I'll say an intern. I was wearing a Penn State football helmet.
We just know it was a Penn State dressed football player.
Penn State dressed football player
Shoulder
came
pads
out
and helmet.
and had a very clean hit, shoulder to shoulder, on Evil Candy to knock him down and knock the Michigan off his hat. The 1-2 is a curveball that drops in and was not called for a strike. David Parkinson sure thought so. Looks like it missed a bit out, and the count's 2-2.
Well,
and look, after I drove 6 hours to Ann Arbor this year to watch Penn State lose by 40 points to Michigan, that was very welcome. 2-2. Curveball hit foul behind home plate. Hits off the facing of the press box.
Having no dog in the race, I will tell you that had I been wearing a black and white shirt, I would have had to throw a flag. I thought it was a crackback block.
I don't know. I thought it was.
15 yards.
It looked clean to me.
As I said, having no dog in the race.
2-2. That one bounces inside. Romo somehow gets his front foot out of the way of it. The righty does, and the count goes full again.
However, I will say that if anybody deserved to be hit like that, it is Evil Candy.
I always say vegetables are good, candy is bad.
Correct.
Full count pitch here to Romo. Chopper towards third. Stokes sits back, gets a chest high hop. Rips a throw across the diamond. It's in time for out number 1. And that'll bring Christopher Navarro to the dish for the Yard Goats.
So, kind of at an interesting tipping point here now with David Parkinson. We told you the last series against Binghamton, he threw really, really well for 5 innings. Phil's brought him out for the 6th inning, and he faltered and got himself in trouble. Here we are again in the 5th inning. He's done really well. The one walk he has surrendered has come back to bite him. That's the one run that ultimately scored for Hartford.
First pitch to Christopher Navarro, misses just outside for a ball 1-0.
But 3 strikeouts in the 4th inning, surrounding a double, so he has been in control.
Parkinson winds the 1-0. That misses just up and above the belt for a ball 2-0.
So if this remains and proves to be another clean inning for Parkinson here in the 5th, we'll see how Tyler Henson and Brad Burgesson decide in what direction they go with Parkinson for the 6th.
2-0 is swung on, hit fouled, back 2-1. Parkinson tonight. Pitch count, able to keep it pretty manageable. That was pitch number 65. This the 5th inning. Parkinson threw a season-high 101 his last time out against Binghamton. Went into the 6th inning against the Rumble Ponies. 2-1. That one is laced foul behind home plate again. It's 2-2.
Again, this is barring a clean inning here in the 5th, but I think if that is the case, I think you give him the noose for the 6th and see how long he go. If he does well, okay, but you've got a 5-run cushion now at least to work with. So I think you give him the opportunity to do the damage in the 6th.
2-2, sharply to third. Stokes stays down on it. Throw across in time. So 4 in a row retired from Parkinson. 9-man Brett Boswell up to the dish for the Yard Goats with 2 outs in the inning.
That's 7 ground ball outs now for David Parkinson to go along with the 5 strikeouts. So lots of soft contact in this one.
I mean, the hardest hit ball was probably that fly up from Levine to end the 1st. There were a handful of extra base hits, but none of them really hard off the bat. Parkinson, the first one to Boswell. It's a curveball that misses just up and in. McDowell tried to hold it for a second for home plate umpire Jay Young Kim, but he says it is up for a ball. Brett Boswell 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded out to the first baseman Ortiz his first time up. Next pitch just misses outside for a ball 2-0. McDowell once again tried to give a strong presentation for Jay Young Kim, but counts 2-0. Parkinson deals. That's a line drive hit foul into the Savage dugout suite, and the count goes to 2-1.
Yeah, there's a screen protecting that dugout suite, but it was just hit at the right spot that somehow or another it got over that screen and underneath the roof of the dugout suite. Everybody looks to be okay. That's a good thing.
2-1. That one's a jam shot in the air towards right. De La Cruz started in. Now he tracks back, and he's under it, and he makes the catch to retire the side here in the 5th. 5 in a row retired by David Parkinson. We're halfway through in Baseball Town. Fightin's up 6-1. Back after this on the Our Phillies Radio Network. For top flight local jobs, go with who you know. JP Mascaro & Sons are a leading waste removal company. To meet today's employment and service demands, Mascaro is upgrading its already highly competitive employee wage and benefit package for drivers, collection crew helpers, and other positions. Call 888-MASCARO, M-A-S-C-A-R-O, for details. Work for an established local family business committed to its employees. Again, call 888-MASCARO today or apply online at www.jpmascaro.com.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin' Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on why ROG Orthodontics is voted #1 in Berks and Monco. ROG Orthodontics and the Fightin' Phil's, two great hometown partners.
But on the 5th inning, David Parkinson continues the roll and has a 6-1 lead as well. It's the bottom third of the Fightin' Phil's lineup. 7-8-9 due up as Ethan Wilson starts a pair of lefties to go against Adam McKillican, who's out for his first full inning of work. Came in relief of Nick Garcia last inning. First pitch to Wilson, almost hits him in the foot and skips the back foot stop. It's 1-0. Garcia today, 3 2/3, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 are earned. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. Pitch misses outside for a ball.
So if his fortunes don't change, he's going to set a Hartford franchise record for losses to start a season now at 0-7 if this holds up or he continues this vein and ends up getting the loss.
2-0 is a curveball that gets the inside corner. 2-1 to Ethan Wilson. Wilson, 1 for 2 tonight. Doubled back in the second. Next pitch home is hit in the air foul. Left side, it'll slice out of play, 2-2. Wilson, average back up over 280, 281, 10 home runs, 33 RBI. The outfielder from Andalusia, Alabama. Pitch. Chopped on the ground towards second. Blomgren backs up on it, gloves it, and flips the first in time for out number 1, and that'll bring the 8-man Oliver Dunn to the plate with 2 outs here in the inning. Oliver Dunn 0 for 2 tonight. Lined out the right in the second, grounded back to the pitcher in the 4th. Dunn, of course, coming off a 2-home-run night a night ago. First pitch to him, Dunn squares the bunt and had the right idea. They had him way shifted. Navarro was nowhere near the third base line, and he tried to push it down that third base line, but goes foul past Tyler Henson in the third base coach's box.
Yeah, I really like that move, though. I mean, again, it did make Navarro move. He's basically playing where the shortstop would play against a right-handed hitter.
0-1. Dunn takes upstairs for a ball, 1-1.
If Oliver Dunn gets that ball in the grass, he could walk to first base.
And he could still have a swinging bunt here and do the same thing. Navarro, the third baseman, is basically playing short. Boswell, the shortstop's nearly behind the second base bag. Next pitch to Dunn, swings and misses, 1-2. Dunn had home runs in back-to-back at night, back-to-back at-bats last night. He was the first RFL to do that since Logan O'Hoppe did it May 17th of last year on the road at Somerset. 1-2 the count, 1 out. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and Oliver Dunn is down on strikes. First strikeout for Adam McKillican, and that'll bring Max McDowell to the plate, the 9-man with 2 outs. McDowell kind of got the rally started last inning when he worked a 1-out walk in the 4th.
Yeah, it was a very patient at-bat for Max, and got himself on board with a walk, and that got things rolling. Carlos De La Cruz bringing him around with that home run.
First pitch to Max is a little cue shot in the air towards right. Snaking in comes Decolati through the grass, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base for the Fightin' Phils. We'll go to the 6th. David Parkinson back out, a 6-1 lead on the Phils Radio Network.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Our Phils fans can continue to expect great performances all season long on the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage. It's the home of great local talent, including the Our Phils mascot band. Burke's Commercial Roofing prides itself on being a locally owned and operated company that puts an emphasis on customer service. They provide free on-site estimates and can handle any size repair, restoration, or replacement. Visit burkscommercialroofing.com or call 610-717-3949 for more information. And don't forget to sit back, relax, and enjoy the show at the Burke's Commercial Roofing stage at America's Classic Ballpark.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Top of the 6 means the top of the order for Kristen Orfia's Hartford Yard Goats. Nico Decolati will step in as David Parkinson returns for inning number 6 of work. First pitch home is a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Parkinson's season high is 5 1/3. Did that last week against Binghamton, but it was that 6th inning where things started to unravel for the lefty. Here's the 0-1. Little cue shot in the right field. That's down for a base hit. So it's a leadoff single for Nico Decolati, his second hit of the night. Just the 4th for Hartford, and that'll bring Hunter Goodman up.
As we speculated in that last inning, what would happen with Parkinson moving into the 6th, well, the answer is definitively they're going to give him the 6th inning, and the answer is definitive because the Phils bullpen has yet to get anybody up and moving.
David Parkinson at 73 pitches, so still quite efficient. Through 101 last week. Parkinson the stretch deals. First pitch down low for a ball. Bounces in front of McDowell. Runner takes off late, and he's in there safely. Let's see what they ruled at.
Yeah, I don't think he was stealing on that. It was a moment of hesitation. A really good lead off of first, and didn't look like he was going until he saw the pitch was in the dirt, and then he took off. So I would think that's going to be a wild pitch.
Yeah, we'll see what they rule. It wasn't, like you said, it wasn't the dirt, so likely a wild pitch, but let's see what it's officially. So 1-0 the count as Decolati stands on second. Bullpen remains quiet for the Fightins. They're up by 5 in this 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0. Hunter Goodman up, 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout and a ground out into a double play. His last time up in the 3rd. 2-0. On the outside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Back to an off-speed pitch, David Parkinson went. Parkinson has held Goodman quiet tonight. It's been a tough task for really many pitchers across the Eastern League. 2-1. Swing and a miss on a fastball, 2-2. And Parkinson has Goodman 1 strike away from getting out of this at-bat. It also was officially a wild pitch. Parkinson toes the third base side of the rubber. Works from the stretch, set at the belt, the pitch. Just, ever so just, misses inside with the fastball, and the count's 3-2. And time will be called by Hunter Goodman as Parkinson and McDowell were looking to get on the same page with runner on second. The more complicated set of signs between the pitcher and the catcher. Say at the major league level, with the pitch comm, that's not as common or much needed anymore to have the super complicated signs. Parkinson along, set the 3-2. Little excuse me swing from Goodman and a roll foul to the first base coach's box where Luis Lopez will scoop it up and give it a chuck into the general admission grandstand down the right field line. Goodman overall a .232 hitter, 18 home runs, 56 RBI. We were talking to our counterpart on the Hartford side, Jeff Dooley, about Goodman, and feels like it's only a matter of time until Goodman will find himself in AAA for the Rockies. Even stance in the right-handed batter's box. Here's the 3-2 again. Just misses outside for a ball with an off-speed pitch. And back-to-back base runners for Hartford, and that'll bring Grant Levine to the plate.
6th time in this series that Goodman has walked. And he's only got 2 hits in this series, one of them a home run. But he's been a patient hitter. I mean, he only hit .235 on 34 in the season as he stood in before this game. But he's been patient, and if teams are going to work around him because of the numbers he's put up, he's going to have to be patient at times.
And look, a guy like Goodman, sometimes you'll take a walk over letting him swing the bat. Levine steps in. First pitch is a breaking pitch. Hit in the air. Shallow right field. High pop. In comes De La Cruz. Out goes Dunn. The right fielder De La Cruz makes the call and the catch. And it's a great pitch from Parkinson to get the fly out. Out number 1 for Vladimir Restituyo.
And now we start to get some movement in the Reading bullpen.
There is action in the Reading bullpen. It's Brett Schultz up and throwing. So with Parkinson at 81 pitches, the hope is, let's get through this inning, and if you fall into more trouble, we'll have Brett Schultz ready. Max McDowell taking a mound visit out. Could be a game plan. Restituyo did double last time. Could be the stall time. Could just be
I think it's a combination of both. I think it's let's get him. He's not gonna stand out there long enough to get McKay loose. McKay just starting to get loose, but it is a little bit of a stall just to allow him to get an extra couple of pitches. And again, to talk about Restituyo. Said this throughout this series. This guy has come up with big hits at big times for Hartford all year long, and this series has been no different.
Vladimir Restituyo steps in. Parkinson checks back. First pitch. Misses inside. Somehow doesn't hit Restituyo.
I think it might have bounced. I think it might have hit him on a bounce.
Brett Schultz continues to throw as Tyler McKay is his personal protector.
And it's a good thing it did hit him in a bounce because it probably would have went to the backstop.
Parkinson peers home, looking to get out of the 6. Here's the pitch. That's a nice pitch on the inside corner. Restituyo tried to lean out of the way.
Yeah, he's trying
to
lean
strike.
Trying to lean over the plate and jump back on it, but it was right there, down the middle.
Yeah, it was well a strike.
It wasn't even on the inside corner. It was right down the middle.
Restituyo, who crowds the plate. 1-1 count to him, 1 out, top of the 6. Fightin's up 6-1. The pitch. That one's inside. Bounces by the catcher McDowell. That will be a wild pitch, so the runners will go up to second and third.
So that's
Counts
exactly what happened on that first pitch. And as I said, fortunately for Parkinson at that spot, on the bounce, it hit Restituyo on the foot and stopped the ball there, and the runners couldn't advance. That time, Restituyo able to hop over the top of it, and now the runners move up.
Parkinson is 1 out away from setting a new season high in innings pitched. Infield will play back, willing to concede and out for a run, up by 5. Here's the pitch. That's a ground ball towards the middle. Martin's got it to his left. Throws behind the second base bag. It's in time. Pulled Ortiz towards the right field side of the bag, but he holds it. So 6-3 for Restituyo. It is an RBI. Decalati scores. Goodman up to third, but you'll take it 2 outs in the inning for Colin Simpson, who's 0 for 2 tonight.
Absolutely. Take that 100% infield back, conceding the run. You got a 5-run lead at that spot. You're going to hit a ground ball. You'll take the out. Martin did take a look over at third base for Hunter Goodman, but that's not the right play. He made the right play, which is the throw to first base.
So Simpson steps in from the left side. Runner on third, 2 outs, first pitch. Up and in for a ball, 1-0. Parkinson currently at 5 2/3 innings. He's looking to become the 11th Fightin' Phillies pitcher to make it 6 innings this year. Nobody has gone more than 6 in a start. Next pitch, a curveball that misses high and in for a ball 2-0.
There's a guy you got to get. There's a left-handed hitter. You've gotten him the first 2 times up. He's got pop in his bat.
Parkinson set, deals the 2-0. Misses just inside again for a ball, and the count's 3-0. Pitch count for Parkinson. Works its way into the upper 80s, 88 to be exact. As Brett Schultz continues to fire down in the bullpen. Parkinson kicks and deals. Swing and a miss on a 3-0 fastball, and it's 3-1.
Yeah, you got to figure they were going to give Simpson the green light there, figuring that he's going to get a fastball, lefty on lefty. So they give him the chance to turn on one, and he can.
3-1. At the belt for a called strike, 3-2. So Parkinson right back in it. Payoff pitch upcoming. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 6th, Fightin's lead at 6-2. Hunter Goodman, the lone runner, leads off of 3rd. Parkinson looking to finish strong. The payoff pitch is fouled straight back, and the count stays full.
Be curious if he does not get Simpson here. They then maybe if they bring in the right-hander Schultz at that point in time, or the right-hander and Blumgren do up next.
Could be the last batter tonight for David Parkinson. This will be pitch number 92. The payoff set to come again. The lefty deals. There's a little chopper towards second. Dunn to his left. Dives. Gets to his feet. Throws the first. And it's not in time. And Simpson beats it out, so it's an RBI single for him. Hunter Goodman touches home. And it's a 6-3 ball game.
Give Simpson credit. Hustling all the way. Great effort by Oliver Dunn. Full extension behind the bag. Got to his feet, but Simpson beats it out cleanly for a base hit and the RBI.
So it looks like they'll let David Parkinson get the next batter, the 6-hole man, Jack Blomgren. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit the short. Martin to his right has it. Goes to second with an off-balance throw, and it is in time to retire the side. 6-4 on the fielder's choice. That'll likely do it for David Parkinson's night. Was strong, and then this inning gave up 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 1 left on base. Bottom of the 6th up next. Fightin's up by 3. 6-3 on the Phillies Radio Network.
The Reading Fightin Phillies are proud to partner with Berks County Mental Health and Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and suicide prevention with 3 simple words. Are you okay? The help is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide hurts and affects everyone, but help is here. We will work together to help raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-379-2007.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to the ball game every Sunday home game at FirstEnergy Stadium. Sundays are Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Golden Oaks Golf Club, PA Army National Guard, Culligan Water, Aspen Home Improvements, and Rip-It Baseball Town Charities batting cages. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $56 when purchased in advance. Join us for Berks Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at all Sunday home games all season long at FirstEnergy Stadium.
Looking for the place to have the ultimate family fun at the Fightin Phil's game? Look no further than Capital Blue Cross Funland. Capital Blue Cross Funland features the most exciting games and entertainment at the ballpark, including speed pitch, mini golf, ring toss and peach basket toss, mascot autograph booth, a bounce house, and the incredible giant inflatable slide. Bring your family to all the fun at their next Phil's game at Capital Blue Cross Funland.
Bottom half of the 6th, Hartford did get 2 in the top half of the inning, so it's a 6-3 Reading lead. First pitch to Madison Stokes. It swung on a miss. That first pitch came from a new pitcher, Blake Goldsberry, for the Yard Goats.
Right-hander making his 15th appearance. He's 2-1 with a 5.21 earned run average.
Stokes takes the next for a ball outside, 1-1.
14 of his 15 appearances have been a reliever. Did make the 1 start. 19 total innings, 18 strikeouts, 9 walks.
Next pitch, outside corner for a called strike, 1-2.
He's also given up 3 home runs in those 19 innings, just for what that's worth.
Stokes up for the 4th time tonight, the 1-2. Upstairs for a ball, 2-2. Goldsberry, 25-year-old from Littleton, Colorado. Pitched on Tuesday against the Phillies, went an inning of scoreless ball, picked up a pair of strikeouts. Pitch, Stokes will sky it in the air right side, foul territory. The first baseman Levine races over, but it'll be foul, and the count stays 2-2.
We assume it will be Brett Schultz for the 7th. He was warmed up. He is not pitching right now, however, but I'm hard-pressed to believe that Parkinson would come back out for the 7th. Would assume that Brett Schultz is
2-2.
loose.
Shot Smith is inside of an off-speed pitch to Stokes. The count goes full.
May just rest for a little while and see how this Phil's inning goes on the offensive side before he resumes throwing.
3-2 count. Goldsberry deals. And Stokes decided to pull the trigger a little too late on a curveball, and he swings and misses for out number 1. That'll bring Carlos De La Cruz to the plate. He homered his last time up.
And on cue, here comes Brett Schultz back to begin throwing again.
I had to think it was once you get an out of the inning, he's up and throwing.
Right, just kind of see how the inning goes. If the Phils are going to put together, if the Phils end up putting together a long inning, you don't want him wasting all the bullets in the bullpen.
De La Cruz digs in from the right side. First pitch is low and away for a ball, 1-0. Carlos, 1 for 3 tonight. Hit a 2-run home run back in the 4th. It was his 13th home run of the year. Extended his on-base streak to 32 games. Next pitch, swing and a miss, counts 1-1. So dating back to 2009, the longest on-base streak for an Phil was Cameron Perkins in 2014 with 33. 1-1. De La Cruz, little check swing, but he shoots it foul to the right side, 1-2. So De La Cruz to get on base tomorrow, or if for some reason he had the day off, then the next time he plays, which would be, I guess, Tuesday at Portland, would match that number from Cameron Perkins at 33. 1-2. A hot shot ground ball towards third. To his left is Navarro. Off-balance throw is just in time.
Wow, that's
weird arm slot, too, for Navarro.
Pretty nifty throw there for Christopher Navarro. Kind of, all but really kind of sidearmed it, but he put it on a dime. I mean, that's a really good throw, and not maybe atypical of what you might have expected as he ranged far to his left, spun around, and then sidearmed the throw. And gets De La Cruz at first pretty easily.
Johan Rojas steps in. First pitch is down at low for a ball. 1-0, they count to Rojas. 6 in a row retired by the Argoats relievers. McKillican and now Goldsberry. 1-0. Rojas takes on the outside corner for a called strike 1-1. McKillican was solid, inning and a third. No hits, no runs, had a strikeout. Allowed no base runners. Rojas will ask for time.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with that last pitch. I think he thought it was outside. Bench brings Navarro up at third in the event of a bunt from Rojas, who is not going to bunt.
Pitch at the knees for a called strike 1-2. Don't think Johan loved that one very much, but he'll dig back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases are empty, bottom 6. 6-3 Fightin. The pitch, skied in the air, it'll go back foul, and the count stays 1-2. Rojas to reach. Jalen Ortiz awaits on deck. 1 for 2 today, but has had 3 productive plate appearances. First game back in an Phil's uniform. Here's the 1-2. Rojas will sky it foul again. Ortiz had a ground out for an RBI in the first, singled and scored in the third. Was hit by a pitch his last time up in the 4th. One of 3 Fightin' Phils to be hit by a pitch tonight. Goldsberry winds the 1-2. And Rojas lines it towards right field. It is down, and a roll towards the wall in the corner. Rojas around first for second. He'll chug there, and that's where he'll stop. And it's a 2-out double for Johan Rojas, his 13th of the season.
On base all 4 times now. Hit by the pitch the 2 times. The single, stole a couple bases after the single, and now the double. It's great to see him doing exactly what he did right there. Take the pitch in the outer half of the plate and drive it the other way. And with his wheels, if you don't play it cleanly and you don't play it quickly, he's on third base before you know it. But that's the right call to put down the brakes at second base with 2 outs.
Jalen Ortiz steps in. We just recapped his night not too long ago. 2 outs in the inning. Rojas leads off second. Goldsberry watches Rojas dance off the bag. First pitch, Ortiz swings and hits it foul, 0-1. Jalen Ortiz, who played 32 games for AAA Lehigh Valley, was transferred to AA Reading prior to tonight's game. Goldsberry set, looks at Rojas, now deals. That's a fastball that'll miss outside for a ball. 1-1 to Ortiz. Ortiz played 119 games with the Fightin' Phils last year. Hit .237, had 17 home runs and 61 runs driven in. 1-1. That gets the outside corner for a called strike, 1-2. So Goldsberry 1 strike away from escaping this 6. Ortiz, slightly open stance in the right-handed batter's box. Wiggles the bat down by the plate. Goldsberry comes set at the belt. Rojas leads off second. He'll go. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Throw to third. Not in time. 3 stolen bases tonight for Johan Rojas, number 21 on the season.
I'll tell you what, that was a great play by Navarro because that ball was destined to left field. And Navarro had to come off the bag with Rojas coming at his feet and stretch out and make that catch, or otherwise that ball's headed to the yard goat bullpen and Rojas scores.
The pitch. Down low for a ball, 3-2. So the last Hartford to have 3 stolen bases in a game, Johan Rojas, against Somerset on July 1st, 2022. Hartfield's not had 4 stolen bases since May 14th, 2010, when Quentin Berry did it at Akron. But Rojas is going to come up at least one more time tonight, so we'll see what he does. Maybe he'll just steal home. Here's the pitch. Ortiz swings and just gets a piece of it foul. Count will stay 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom 6. Fightin's looking for more. They lead at 6-3. Ortiz, the batter. Goldsberry from the windup now, works and deals. That one is crushed deep into left field. Ortiz will just watch it, flip his bat, and says goodbye.
That was a bomb.
We're getting 388 feet, but I'm willing to guess it was probably a lot further than that. But my, oh my, Jalen Ortiz. Welcome back to Baseball Town. It's 8-3 Fightin' Phils.
There's a lot of ways to get back at getting hit by pitches. I'm just going to say it like that, and I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. Johan Rojas did it with his legs. Jalen Ortiz was hit by a pitch, and he did it with his bat.
Wow. That ball was smoked.
And he stood and admired it just like Jake Starr did.
We'll get a mound visit here from Blaine Beatty. So what's the message after that, Bob?
You still got to get one more out, son, because otherwise we don't get a chance to hit. That's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, again, this is about composing a pitcher. Goldsberry, no doubt, not happy with not only the home run, but also the posing by Ortiz. And so I'm sure it's a message from the pitching coach to say, all right, look, you still got to get another out, and that's his message. I'm not saying that Jalen Ortiz wasn't right in what he did. I'm just telling you what the Hartford thought process is right now, which is, look, you still got to get one more out in this inning. Forget about what happened.
So mound visit comes to an end. Nick Podkul will step up to the plate. Fightin's lead 8-3. But look, we talk about insurance so much, Bob.
Yep, chipping away, adding on. Again, as much as this team has been prolific with the bats all season long, a lot of it has come from behind. But adding on,
first pitch, a called strike,
is not something they have been really good at. Games like this, where it's a 1-1 game, you make it a 4-1 game, then you make it a 6-1 game.
0-1. Down low in the strike zone for a called strike. Count is 0-2 to Podkul.
Because Hartford's not going to go away, and they didn't. They come back and get 2. What do? You come back and get 2 more. So you counter their offense.
Next pitch is outside for a ball. Counts 1-2. 8-3 Fightin' Phils lead. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom 6. Bases are empty. I'd still love to try and pour some more on here. Goldsberry winds and fires the 1-2. And Podkul takes outside for a ball. Two count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. That's outside for a ball. Counts 3-2, and we've seen some command issues as well this inning from Goldsberry.
Well, I mentioned it when he came in that he has given up some home runs, 3 home runs in 19 innings coming in. So Jalen Ortiz adds to that total.
The pitch. Podko, little cue shot out towards right, towards the line, slicing towards foul ground, but over to make the catch is Decolati. Will retire the side in the inning. But 2 runs on 2 hits, including a long home run from Jalen Ortiz. 8-3. Fightin will go to the 7th on the Our Phillies Radio Network.
Are you looking for a reliable food distributor to meet all your culinary needs? Look no further than our trusted team at Feaser's Food Distributors. For over 120 years, our products have been sourced from the best farms and suppliers, ensuring that you get the best ingredients for your restaurant or organization. From fresh produce to premium meats, Feaser's supplies everything but the appetite. Visit Feasers.com today to experience the difference in working with a top-tier, family-owned food distributor. Feaser's, your partner for success in the kitchen. Looking for a fast and hassle-free way to get your snacks and non-perishable groceries? Look no further than FeasersDirect.com. With just a few clicks, discover the convenience of having your culinary essentials ready for a pickup at our headquarters in Harrisburg.
Empowering communities one relationship at a time is our commitment at Tompkins. Our customers have thrived thanks to our focus on local lending and their commitment to the customers they serve.
They do a great job. Everything for us, from our banking, our insurance, to our wealth management.
Tompkins has always been there for us.
We see a long relationship with Tompkins. They're good people.
Tompkins, banking, insurance, wealth. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Investment and insurance products are not FDIC insured, not bank guaranteed, and may lose value.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on
8-3 Fightin' Phil's lead, top of the 7th, and Bob, you already know exactly what I'm going to say. I'm going to turn things back over to you like the Our Phils are turning over the bullpen, asking for another 9-out save.
Brett Schultz will try to get the first 3 outs of that save as he comes in here in the 7th. The Auburn University Golden Wolves called the bullpen, brings Brett Schultz in to face 7, 8, and 9 in the Hartford lineup with an 8-3 Phil's advantage. Drew Romo is the 7-0 hitter, and the guy who wears number 7 on his back takes the first pitch for a ball. Romo 1 for 2 on the night with an RBI double back in the 2nd. Time tied the game up at 1 apiece. This one rolled towards the right side. Ortiz bobbles it, makes the flip, and now the call is made in time for the out.
That was a dramatic long way from Paul Romer.
Brett Schultz, he must have said something because Brett Schultz started to throw it around. Ortiz bobbled it, threw it to Brett Schultz covering for what we thought was the out, but there was no signal. Brett Schultz started to throw the ball around the infield, and then the out call was made for out number 1.
Well, you'll take it. Good no panic, though, by Ortiz after bobbling it.
Yeah, that's the key, that he didn't panic on it. He still got it, picked it up, and made the toss, and made a good toss to Schultz covering. That'll bring up Christopher Navarro. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Again, we're pretty confident that that's going to be the plan for Jalen Ortiz. He's here to be in the middle of the lineup, provide some pop, which he has obviously done, and to play first base, which is what he's doing tonight. He's made 2 plays to his right with the pitcher covering. 0-1 pitch to Navarro is outside for a ball. Navarro struck out and grounded out in his 2 plate appearances. Brett Schultz making his 20th overall appearance for the Fightins. Comes from the stretch with a 1-1 pitch that's lifted into right field. De La Cruz will range over to his left, make the catch without a problem for out number 2. That'll bring up Brett Boswell. Boswell also 0 for 2 on the night. David Parkinson went 6. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts before his night was complete. So he is in line for the win. If the Phil's bullpen can hold on for 9 outs, Parkinson would pick up his 2nd win of the season. Boswell stands in, left-handed batter. First pitch from Brett Schultz is a fastball outside for a ball. Schultz 2-5 on the season, ERA at 7.40, 20 2/3 innings pitched, 34 strikeouts, and 11 walks. This one lifted behind second base. Casey Martin going back. He'll make the call, and he'll make the catch. Fine play. Ranging far behind second base for Casey Martin in the third, and final out for the Goats in the seventh. They go 1, 2, 3, seventh inning stretch in Baseball Town. It's Reading 8, Hartford 3.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
International Fireworks is the official fireworks provider of the Phillies. International Fireworks shoots every fireworks show throughout the season, including 8 Mega Blast fireworks shows. International Fireworks also provides the pregame fireworks after the national anthem at each game. International Fireworks has a nearby retail store in Douglasville, Pennsylvania, where you can purchase all of your fireworks. Visit fireworksareus.com for more information about the International Fireworks retail store in Douglasville. Thanks again to International Fireworks, the official fireworks provider of the Phillies.
There's a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience filled with family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 21st through the 24th for the induction of Fred McGriff and Scott Rowland as the class of 2023. Visit baseballhall.org today for the entire schedule. See you in Cooperstown, where the journey becomes legend.
To the bottom of the seventh we head. The bottom of the seventh here in Baseball Town on our Reading Fightin' Phils radio network, presented to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Representing injury victims in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. If you've been injured, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. 8-3, Fightin's on top as Casey Martin will lead it off for Reading. Martin 0 for 3 on the night. A couple of flyouts to center field and a strikeout. Last flyout to center field with the bases loaded took Vladimir Restituyo to the very deepest part of the ballpark in straightaway center. This one lined into right field for a base hit. Casey Martin breaks a little over on his part with a line drive into right field for a clean single. He's a leadoff base runner here in the seventh.
It's got to feel good for him. Just drive one the other way, good approach to the plate. You know, Tyler Henson, the hitting coach and acting manager this week, likes to see it too.
Yeah, he talked about that on our pregame show. He wants to see him start to hit the other way a little bit, use all the fields. He's got some pop. We saw that. He hit a solo home run in Wednesday's game. So he gets his fourth hit since the call up. Here's Ethan Wilson, who's 1 for 3. And he drives one into the right field and arrested. Nice running catch by Nico Decolati. Got a great jump on it. Looked like it had extra bases written off the bat, but Decolati runs it down on the warning track for out number 1.
Yeah, Wilson smoked that. 107 off the bat. About the same exit velo that Jalen Ortiz's home run had. We're seeing that launch angle to be a couple of degrees higher.
So they'll bring up Oliver Dunn. Oliver 0 for 3 on the night. Dunn, the only Phil in the order who has not gotten on base tonight. And the first pitch to Oliver Dunn is over for a called strike. Casey Martin does have some good wheels. We know that for sure. We haven't seen it on the stolen base column as of yet. But he did steal 16 bases at Jersey Shore before getting called up. And this second pitch is just outside, ball 2. New pitcher for the Yard Goats is right-hander Mitch Kilkenny. Martin takes his lead. 1-1 pitch to Dunn is outside, ball 2.
Bullpen quiet for the Fightin' Phils with 1 out of the inning, so looks like Brett Schultz will get the 8th.
2 balls and a strike to Dunn. Lifts this one down to third baseline, headed towards the Hartford bullpen, but will slice into the left field grandstands. For Kilkenny, his 13th appearance, 2-2 with a 6.64 earned run average. 20 1/3 innings pitch, 17 strikeouts, 8 walks. Has not surrendered a home run as of yet, as the pickoff attempt has Casey Martin diving back into first base. Martin there with a single. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Left-handed hitting Oliver Dunn at the plate for the Fightins in a 2-ball and 2-strike count. That's way outside. It's 3-2 and a 93-mile-an-hour fastball from Kilkenny. Isn't that South Park, Kilkenny?
Well, there's Kenny, who also happens to die almost every episode, so.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Martin fouls it straight back, stays alive.
So I just want to say, between innings with the 7th inning stretch, and it was, not saying who it was, but it was a person dressed as a Penn State football player driving the bike.
Right.
And the crazy hot dog vendor was singing, "Take me out to the ball game." Okay. So at the end of it, I'm going to pause here, let the pitch be thrown, and let the suspense build. 3
balls and 2 strikes. Pitch is a ball 4. Oliver Dunn becomes the 9th player in the Phil's lineup to reach base tonight.
Walk number 46 of the season for Oliver Dunn. That leads the Fightins and ranks in the top 5 in the Eastern League, but Crazy Hot Dog Vendor said, "We are," it's Penn State night, so a little "We are Penn State." But here's where he messed up. It's 3 "we are," so it's "We are Penn State, we are Penn State, we are Penn State." Thank you, you're welcome. We only got the "we are." We didn't get the other 2 or the "thank you," so.
You don't know that he's done. Maybe he'll come back out
but
for another lap.
It's in a row.
Well, his main focus was singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
And throwing hot dogs. He did a good job of that tonight.
He got
Number 3 of the year.
Yep. So that will bring Max McDowell to the plate now. Max 0 for 2 in the night. Did walk and score a run back in the 3rd inning. Phils have played some long ball in this one. McDowell tried to check his swing and hit the knob, and it rolls down the first baseline. Levine will field it in fair territory. And Max McDowell is out by the knob of his bat. Does move both runners up. Martin to 3rd and Dunn to 2nd.
I was going to say, it's a bunt, basically.
Yes. You don't necessarily always do that off the knob of your bat, but somehow that stayed fair, rolled true all the way down the first baseline, and roll the lineup over as well to Madison Stokes in the top of the order.
And look, a single. Now you're scored 1, if not 2.
Stokes 1 for 4 on the night, and liner, but Grant Levine plucks it out of the air at first base. The big first baseman jumps up and makes the catch and takes that RBI single away from Madison Stokes. So the Phils in the 7th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. 7 complete in baseball town. It remains Reading 8, Hartford 3.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
Celebrate the history of our national pastime at the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown. See priceless treasures that'll bring your baseball memories to life. Connect with events that have shaped and changed the game and our country. Our stories to tell, your memories to share. Plan your visit today at baseballhall.org.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you're a youngster or an adult, there's no better birthday than a Fightin' Phil's birthday. The Fightin' Fan birthday package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $130. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
To the top of the 8th we go, and Brett Schultz is out there for another inning for the Fightin' Phils. With an 8-3 lead, as we head to the 8th inning, it'll be the top of the order, and Nico Decolati for Hartford, to be followed by Hunter Goodman and Grant Levine. Decolati with a couple hits on the night, scored a run as well. First pitch from Brett Schultz is over for a called strike. Schultz with a 1-2-3 7th inning in relief of David Parkinson, who went 6. Gave up the 3 runs. 3 runs on 5 hits for Hartford, 8 runs on 9 hits for the Phils. The 0-1 pitch to Decolati is also a called strike on the breaking ball, and he quickly gets ahead of Nico Decolati, no balls and 2 strikes, who calls time. Tries to check his swing. They'll appeal. They say he did not. It's a great pitch by Brett Schultz, the slider that broke well off the plate. Decolati started, but they say he stopped. So it's now 1-2 to Decolati. Same thing again, but this time he gets a piece of it, fouls it at the plate. Phils and Yard Goats back at it tomorrow for the series finale, 5:15 on a Father's Day. Bucket hat giveaway for all men at the ballpark tomorrow. And again, Decolati with a late swing and just fouls it off. So it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brett Schultz, the 25-year-old right-hander, born in Minnesota, played for the Golden Gophers. Last year at Jersey Shore, pitched in 13 games before getting called up, pitched the final 4 games in Reading. Was on the disabled list for a time last year. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nico Decolati. Just misses outside and Decolati stays off. It's 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Decolati goes down swinging. First strikeout for Brett Schultz, out number 1 here in the 8th.
Left fielder Hunter Goodman.
So that will bring up Hunter Goodman. The big stick in the Goats lineup, who has been held relatively well in check by the Phils in this series. He's 0 for 2 tonight, 2 for 15 in the series. He didn't walk and score a run in this game, and he has walked 6 times in this series. He has a solo home run in those 2 hits. First pitch to him is up and in for a ball. Second also up and in as he tried to get the curveball that didn't break, so it's 2-0 now to Hunter Goodman. Guaranteed Goodman's thinking one thing right now, and that's trying to turn on a pitch and hit it as far as he can. 2 balls and no strikes. And that one catches the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, and now he's got the count back to 2-2. Goodman takes himself a little stroll, and now we'll call timeout after that big cut that comes up empty. So Schultz goes fastball outside corner for a called strike, and then a breaking ball for a swinging strike. Tries to get him to chase. Did he go? They'll appeal, and he did go around. Hunter Goodman is a strikeout victim. Back-to-back strikeouts now for Brett Schultz, and 2 down here in the 8th.
First baseman Grant Levine.
Here comes Grant Levine, 0 for 3 on the night. And now 2 for 18 in the series. Again, he did have a big hit in last night's game, the 2-run home run. That one's over for a called strike. Kristen Orfia flip-flopped Goodman and Levine in the order in this series. He did have Goodman behind Levine earlier, but now Goodman ahead of him. As Schultz comes with his 0-1 pitch, and Levine will line this one into center field, right center field for a base hit. So he's now 1 for 4. But to finish that thought, if you're going to bat somebody behind Hunter Goodman, it's got to be somebody who's going to be productive, because the Phils have pretty much pitched around Goodman in a lot of situations. And again, they'll give up the walk as long as it doesn't hurt him behind it. And until Levine starts to hit more productively, that's what they'll do as he gets the base hit here after Goodman strikes out. So that'll bring up Restituyo. Vladimir Restituyo 1 for 3 on the night with a double. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. Restituyo's in his 4th different spot in the batting order. He's batted leadoff, he's batted 7th, he batted 5th last night, and now tonight he's batting cleanup. No balls and a strike to him. That one's into dirt. Good block by Max McDowell. Keeps Levine at first base. Phil's bullpen is quiet. Hartford's bullpen is quiet as well, so it would appear that Mitch Kilkenny will get another inning. Top half of the 8th, Phil's lead it 8-3. This one fouled out of play. And now Schultz is ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another great crowd on hand on a Saturday night here in Baseball Town. All portions of the crowd are full, and they'll stick around to the end because we got Mega Blast fireworks when it's all said and done. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Restituyo, up and in, spins him off the plate. And now the count's 2-2. Fastball high and inside at 95. Maybe setting him up for that breaking ball away that Restituyo has struggled with in this series. Try to get it, chase it outside. Restituyo lays off that time. And it's 3-2. That was a slider from Schultz, but didn't break a whole lot. It was pretty easy for Restituyo to lay off that. So Levine will take off now with 3-2 count, 2 outs here in the inning. Way inside, ball 4. So after getting the first 2 outs on strikeouts, a base hit and now a walk for the Goats here in the 8th will bring Colin Simpson to the plate. Simpson had an RBI single his last time up. He's 1 for 3 on the night, now 2 for 6 in the series.
And it looks like that walk will prompt some action in the Fightin' Phil's bullpen. Tyler McKay up and throwing. So if Schultz does get out of this inning, we'll see if McKay gets the 9th in a 5-run game with it not being a safe situation.
2 on, 2 out for Colin Simpson. Left-handed hitter. Swings and misses at the off-speed pitch way out in front. Simpson thinking fastball and didn't get it. He's got pop, there's no doubt about that. 2 home runs and 8 RBIs on the season. We saw him play a lot more in the earlier series back in April. And another, basically the exact same pitch and the exact same result. And Simpson way out in front of it. Now he'll call time and regather his thoughts, as Schultz has made him look silly on the first 2 pitches. Don't know that I would still go back with a fastball here. I don't know that you're going to get one by him. He's got a quick bat. 0-2 to him. Breaking ball, and did he go around? He did not. They appeal. Pete Talkington says he did not commit, so it's 1-2.
Saw Jay Young Kim point forward. I was like, oh, he's saying he went. Then remember, no, the third base umpire's in front of second because with runners on second and third.
Levine the runner at second. Restituyo the runner at first. 2 down here in the top half of the 8th. Fightin's lead at 8-3. 1-2 to Colin Simpson. Checked his swing again. He did not go around. I think Max McDowell thought it was a called strike. He didn't worry about the check swing. But they say it's ball 2. 2-2 now to Simpson. Max started the dugout and took the mask off. That's how confident he was that pitch was a strike. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Colin Simpson. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Brett Schultz ends up striking out 3 in the inning. Does so around a single and a walk for the Goats in the 8th. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left to the bottom of the 8th, and the Phils will look for some more insurance. They lead at 8-3.
Baseball fans, introducing Bally Live, the only app where minor league baseball fans can score major rewards. When you stream your favorite teams live, you'll score rewards. When you chat with friends during a watch party, you'll score rewards. And when you test your skills at trivia, you'll score rewards. Being a fan of minor leagues has never been so rewarding. So what are you waiting for? Download Bally Live for free from the app or Play Store and start scoring rewards today.
Berks Immunization Coalition works to provide leadership and education in promoting age-appropriate immunization across the lifespan for all residents of Berks County. This is a coalition comprised of local physicians, nurse practitioners, school nurses, immunization coordinators, immunization advocates, and pharmaceutical representatives working to encourage continuity of immunization through medical resources. They focus on educating both the community and the providers. For more information, please visit www.immunizeba.org and click Local Coalitions.
Baseball Town Charities is a nonprofit 501c3 charitable organization founded to keep baseball alive in Reading. Youngsters can benefit from the many life lessons the game can offer. Baseball Town Charities currently supports kids and adults with mental and physical disabilities through the Baseball Dream League. Baseball Town Charities also supports inner-city baseball development through the Rip It for Life program, which provides growth both on and off the baseball field. For more information, please visit.
Reading Fightin' Phils have played some long ball tonight. 3 home runs, 1 by Carlos De La Cruz, 1 by Nick Podkill, and 1 by Jalen Ortiz. As De La Cruz will lead it off here in the 8th, facing Mitch Kilkenny in for his 2nd inning of work. And the first pitch to De La Cruz is over for a called strike. Carlos 1 for 4 on the night with that 2-run home run back in the 4th, also safe on an error. And that on-base streak is still alive for Carlos De La Cruz as he stands in. Kilkenny comes with his 0-1 pitch. Big swing, no contact. De La Cruz quickly behind, no balls and 2 strikes. Carlos, home run number 13 on the night. The 2-run home run gives him 34 RBIs in total. This one tapped down the third baseline. Going to be a tough play for Navarro. A long throw and in time. Christopher Navarro has shown a cannon on that left side of the infield. That's out number 1 here in the 8th.
Yeah, and that's 3 ground balls, the 3rd tonight for De La Cruz. Sprayed around. Had an error he reached on, but also that home run in the 4th, which really, kind of helped get the run going for the Phils.
Christopher Navarro saying, try somebody else, dude. I got your number. Johan Rojas on base 4 times tonight. Hit by a pitch twice. Singled and doubled. Scored 2 runs. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. So he's 2 for 2 on the night. 2 runs scored. 3 stolen bases. 0-1 pitch. Big swing, no contact, and Kilkenny gets ahead of him, no balls and 2 strikes. Braden Zarbniski is the guy who's now throwing in the Fightin's bullpen. It would appear he'll get the 9th. 0-2 to Rojas, up high for a ball. So with the 2 hits tonight, Rojas now with 77 hits on the year. And he fouls this one straight back. Batting average up to 313 now on the season. Just really putting together a solid season. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This one's lifted down the first base line and slicing foul and into the first base grandstand. Staying alive at 1 and 2. Among the league leaders in batting average, among the league leaders in hits. Don't forget he's got 34 RBIs in a year too. This one lifted into right field. Decolati going back, still back, and at the warning track will make the catch for out number 2.
Johan gave it a ride. He hit 327, 93 off the bat, but just not enough on him. But here's Dalen Ortiz. He certainly put on a show his last time up. See if he can do it again.
2 for 3 on the night. Single, 2-run home run, and hit by a pitch. He's driven in 3 as well. So with 2 outs here in the 8th, big man steps in. Outside corner for a called strike. Ortiz listed at 6'3", 215. But I think weigh-in was a while ago. He is much larger than that. He is a big dude. That one's outside, and it's 1-1. Signed for a big bonus for the Phils. Signed him back in 2015 for a $4 million signing bonus. 1-1 to him. On the outside corner again, and it's 1-2, and now Ortiz will call time. He did not like the first strike, and he liked the second strike call even less. Which is okay, because the last time they made him mad, he hit one 400 feet for home run.
Yeah, so maybe he can do it again.
1-2 pitch. That's inside. It's 2-2. This one's slapped the other way, and Levine ranges far to his right, and the first baseman will pluck it out of the air and take another hit away from Ortiz as the Phils go 1-2-3 here in the 8th. After 8, the Fightin's 8, the Goats 3. It's winning time when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium to the top of the 9th.
White Star Tours and Travel Centers offers the Our Phils fan road trip again this season. It's your chance to hit the road with other Our Phils fans, see an Our Phils road game, meet with an Our Phils player, and also see an Iron Pigs and Phillies road game. The White Star Our Phils road trip visits Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland from Thursday, July 20th until Sunday, July 23rd. See the Our Phils in Altoona Thursday, meet with an Our Phils player or coach, then head to Toledo Friday and Cleveland Saturday to see many former Fightins in action. The trip heads back to Reading on Sunday. Visit the customer service booth for more info on the White Star Our Phils fan road trip to Altoona, Toledo, and Cleveland. Space is very limited, so sign up today.
You can add a delicious all-you-can-eat buffet to any Reading Fightin' Phils game ticket for only $21. This selection includes barbecue chicken sandwiches, cheeseburgers, hamburgers, hot dogs, corn, pasta salad, baked beans, potato salad, chips, cookies, and so much more. Drinks feature all Pepsi products. Call the Fightins at 610-370-BALL. Order online at ourphils.com or visit the Customers Bank ticket office.
Why missing restaurant and bakery is pleased to offer 2 options for your dining pleasure. A menu with locally sourced delicious options and buffet meals for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner pleasure. Enjoy the best bakery experience in all of Berks County. Our homemade bakery items include made-from-scratch challah bread, danishes, and a variety of scrumptious cupcakes. Dollars to Donuts. No restaurant in the area offers their variety of cakes, fruit pies, cream pies, cheesecakes, and homemade donuts. Why missing restaurant and bakery and owner Oz Chaudhry are proud 2023 Fightin' Phils Team Feed partners. The Alberta University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring in Braden Zarbniski to get the final 3 outs here for the Phils, who lead at 8-3 in the top of the 9th. It'll be Jack Blumgren, Drew Romo, and Christopher Navarro due up for the Yard Goats here in the 9th. Excellent work out of the bullpen for Brett Schultz, who goes 2 solid innings in relief of David Parkinson. And so the first pitch from Zarbniski is over for a called strike to Blumgren, who is 0 for 2 in the night. Walked and scored the Yard Goats' first run back in the 2nd inning. And the 0-1 pitch just misses inside. Zarbniski thought he caught the corner, but he doesn't get the call. Schultz goes 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. 1-1 pitch coming. Lifted foul and out of play. So Zarbniski works ahead 1 and 2, and that's his job. Throw strikes, don't give up any walks, make him hit to get on with a 5-run lead to protect. Zarbniski in his 21st games, 2-1 earned run, 2-1 with an earned run average of 3.76. This one's up and in, and it's 2 and 2. 26 1/3 innings work so far for Zarbniski. 30 strikeouts, 12 walks. Blumgren's got him in a 2-2 spot here, leading off the ninth. Swing and a miss, strike threes. He can't catch up to the high fastball, and there's out number 1 in the ninth. Strikeout number 9 for Fightin pitching so far tonight. And that will bring up Drew Romo. Romo with a double and an RBI in the second, 1 for 3. 4 for 15 in the series, and he swings at the first pitch, pops it up towards third baseman Madison Stokes, will make the catch in foul territory for out number 2.
Third baseman Christopher Navarro.
So Braden Zarniski, the 26-year-old right-hander, needs one more out to end the night and give the Phils a chance to do no worse than split this series. The two teams will go after one another for Game 6 tomorrow at 5:15. Right now it's a 2-2 split. This is Christopher Navarro, 0 for 3 on the night, swings at the first pitch, comes up empty on the 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Navarro with a strikeout, ground out, and fly out in 3 plate appearances. The 0-1 pitch, lifted foul and out of play. So the Fightins have it to 0-2. Yard Goats down to their final strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and that will do it as the Goats go 1-2-3 in the ninth. Max McDowell will have to make the throw down to first base without a problem, as Zarniski gets 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hartford in the ninth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. And the Reading Fightin Phils with the W tonight. They win it over the Goats by a final score of 8-3. We'll take a timeout back on the Reading Fightin Phils radio network with our postgame show right after this.
Unlike any other area in FirstEnergy Stadium, the Savage 61 Dugout Suite puts you in the closest seat to the action on the field. Located just a few feet from the diamond on the first base side with covered seating, abilities of motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around. Your group will thank you over and over again for this one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite start at $27 and include options to add food and drink packages. The ProMax Fence Systems Foul Porch is an exclusive group experience. Located in our left field corner, groups of 20 to 30 people are treated to 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and drinks. In a festive atmosphere with a bird's-eye view of the visiting bullpen, regular season tickets are $34 for groups of 20 or more. Call us today at 610-370-BALL to reserve a spot for your group.
The Penn State Health St. Joseph 67 Club is the original hospitality area at FirstEnergy Stadium. Conveniently located along the third base side, the 67 Club gives you a front row seat to all the action at the hot corner. The area is safely protected from line drives with a large see-through net. Starting at $34, groups of 20 or more can enjoy a 2.5-hour all-you-can-eat buffet. Children 4 and under are free. Visit rphils.com or call us at 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Welcome to the postgame show where the Reading Fightin Phils win Game 5 of this series. They take a 3-2 lead over the Hartford Yard Goats. As a result, Reading wins it by a final score of 8-3. Again, David Parkinson got the start tonight for the Fightins. Nick Garcia, the right-hander, gets the start for the Yard Goats. And Reading got on the board quickly in the top half of the first inning. Madison Stokes, the leadoff man, got on with a single. Carlos De La Cruz then safe on an error by the shortstop Brett Boswell, put runners at first and second. Johan Rojas was then hit by a pitch to load the bases. Jalen Ortiz making his Reading Phils debut in 2023. Again, he was here last season with the Phils and parts of 2021 as well. Was with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, brought back down here to Reading. and will likely play first base moving forward for the Phils. And he stepped into the batter's box for his first plate appearance here in Reading, and he hit a slow roller to shortstop that brought Stokes in, and turned out to be the only run the Phils would get out of that bases loaded and no out situation. So they took a lead of 1-0, and Hartford was able to match that in the second, as Parkinson, after getting the first 5 hitters out, walked Jack Blumgren, and Drew Romo made him pay for it as he doubled home Blumgren to tie the game at 1 apiece through 2. But the Phils then began to play some long ball in the 3rd inning. Again, Johan Rojas was hit by a pitch. Ortiz followed that up with a single through the 5-6 hole, and that brought to the plate Nick Podkul, who was riding an 0-for-6 slump coming into that at bat, and he changed that in a hurry as he drove one out to left center field for a 3-run home run, and the Phils took a 4-1 lead. They added to it in the 4th with some more long ball. Max McDowell drew a 1-out walk, and after a ground out by Madison Stokes, Carlos De La Cruz stepped to the plate, and he drove one out to left center field, banged it off the pitch timer in left center field for a 2-run home run, his 13th of the season. 2 RBIs gives him 34 on the year, and more importantly at the time, it gave the Phils a 6-0 lead. David Parkinson cruised through 5 innings, got himself in a little bit of a jam in the 6th. Nico Decolati led it off with a single. Hunter Goodman walked. A wild pitch sent both runners up a bag to 2nd and 3rd. And Vladimir Restituyo got the first run home on a ground out. And then Colin Simpson drove home the second one. Goodman scoring on the base hit by Colin Simpson to make it a 6-3 game in favor of the Phils through 6.5. But the Fightins did some more damage in this bottom half of the 6th inning. Johan Rojas with a 2-out double to right field. And then Jalen Ortiz stepped to the plate and hit an absolute bomb up and over the Seidel Auto Group deck in left field for the 2-run home run, and Ortiz just stood and watched it off the bat. It was a no doubt about it home run for Ortiz, and the Phils lead then grew to 8-3. And ultimately then it was time to turn it over to the bullpen. And tonight the Reading bullpen pitched exceptionally well. Brett Schultz pitched the 7th and 8th, gave up just 1 hit, a walk, and 3 strikeouts without giving up a run. Braden Zarmniski came in to pitch the 9th inning and got the Hartford Yard Goats 1-2-3 in the inning, striking out 2 batters in the process. So the Phils pitching staff tonight combined gave up 6 hits, only 3 walks, and they struck out 10. A great effort on both sides, hitting and pitching tonight. The Phils playing some long ball with the bats with the 3 home runs by Parkle, by De La Cruz, and by Ortiz, and the 3-man in the pitching combination of Parkinson, Schultz, and Zarmniski to combine for the win for the Fightin. So Reading and Hartford will finish off the series tomorrow afternoon, 5:15. The Phils, of course, on a family fun day here at the ballpark, brought to you by Burke's Packing, will play as the Reading Hot Dogs, and they will go after the Goats at 5:15 tomorrow afternoon. And of course, tomorrow is Father's Day, so bring Dad out, treat him to a ball game, and Reading Fightin' Phils will treat him to a brand new bucket hat. All men in attendance tomorrow will receive a Reading Phils bucket hat. Great gift for Dad to take him to a ball game. Again, something to put on the top of the head as well. Good night at the ballpark tonight. Again, the Fightin' Phils paid tribute to Penn State football. Nick Singleton, Joey Schlaffer, Javen Williams, 3 former Berks County high school football standouts, now a part of the Nittany Lion football program, were here, and they were signing autographs, taking pictures. Lots of people wearing blue and white tonight and paying tribute to the football team, and stuck around for a baseball game, and now they'll stick around for a Mega Blast fireworks. So a great night all in all for tonight's baseball game. And our attendance tonight, thanks to PSECU, 7,768. PSECU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. The final numbers in this one for the Fightins: 8 runs on 9 hits. They did not commit an error. They left 8 men on base. For Hartford, 3 runs on 6 hits. They committed 1 error, and they left 5 men on base. David Parkinson gets the win. He's 2-2 on the season. Nick Garcia takes the loss. He's now 0-7. That ties a franchise record for Hartford starting the season with an 0-7 record. So that's the story. Tomorrow, the pitching matchup for the Phils, it will be Victor Vargas, the right-hander, going against Gabriel Hughes. Hughes, the young right-hander, started the first game of this series, and the Phils are able to get on him pretty well to be a rematch of the first game of this series between Vargas and Garcia. Not that it matters, but I'll say it anyhow. The Fightins did win that game 14-2. We'll see how tomorrow plays out as the Phils will go for the win in the series. The only series that Reading has won all season long came on the road at Hartford. So they'll try to win their first series here at FirstEnergy Stadium on what is the final home series of the first half. Reading will go on the road on Tuesday to play Portland and then come back here on Wednesday, June 28th against Richmond, and that will start the second half of the season. When they come back here next on June 28th, they will be 0-0 and starting a second half of the season. So there's the rundown of tonight. Tonight went 2 hours, 27 minutes of baseball, again played in front of 7,768 here in Baseball Town. That will do it for tonight and our broadcast on our Reading Fightin' Phils radio network and as always on MILB TV as well. For my colleague in the booth, Jake Starr, my name is Bob McCool. Thank you for listening to Reading Fightin' Phils radio. Hope you'll do so again tomorrow night. Better yet, we'd love to see you at the ballpark. Once again, the Phils win it. They're now 24-37 on the season. Hartford falls to 26-35. Final score, Reading 8, Hartford 3. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have yourselves a great Saturday evening.